And welcome in. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to the Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour. I am one half of your host and virtual bartender, Mr. Nick Teodoro. Joining me, as always, my tag team partner in life, my wife, Miss Nicole. Nicole, what are you having?
You guys know me, some Tito, some orange, some cranberry juice. Mr. Nick, tell the people what you're drinking and our three things for the show.
I'm drinking my J-Lure 7 Oaks Cabernet, as per usual, as you like to say. Well, Swerve Strickland snaps. The masked man strikes again, and Wheeler Yuta gets a haircut. We are reacting to the week in wrestling. It's Friday, February 20th, 2026. This is the Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour.
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
Gasoline and groceries, the list goes on and on. This 9 to 5 ain't working. Why the hell do I work so hard? I can't worry about my problems. I can't take them when I'm gone. 1, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Tell him bring another round when he's let it go. 2 stepping on the table, she don't need a dance floor. All right. Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. They know me and Jack Daniels got a history. There's a party downtown near Fifth Street. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy.
And welcome back in. Happy Friday, everybody. If you are new here, welcome in. Smash the old likes and subscribe if you're regular. You know we love having you. Smash the old like as well. I know.
Let's address the elephant in the room up top.
In solidarity for Wheeler Yuta, I shaved my beard and not the Big Show.
That's the story we're going with?
It's a better story than what happened than just messing up shaving.
I'm devastated, but I'm trying not to be devastated because you still are beautiful and I still love you very much. Yeah. And then this is the story that I've told on the podcast. My dad, rest in peace, shaved off his mustache when I was 18. He's had it for 18 years. And I talked to him like this for a month until my mom yelled at me. And then he's like, please don't do that to me.
I know. Nikki, you just need to know one thing.
I don't need to change a thing. I am perfect just the way I am.
You're perfect, and I love you just the way you are.
Exactly. Yeah. So, I don't want to hear it. Shut up, Steven. See, this is exactly what I knew would happen.
I'll learn how to knit, and I'll knit you a beard until it grows back. I think your hair grows pretty fast. I think you'll have a substantial something by next week.
Yeah, there'll be something there. Reese is making faces backstage. Unbelievable, this guy. Why I should only open up the phone lines at the 7 o'clock. But I digress. We got a lot to get to.
Yes.
We will open up the phone lines at the 7 o'clock hour, but comments, as you all know, are read throughout the show. Nikki, some fun show announcements just as we're gearing up.
Yes. We
are a few short weeks away from the big one, Nikki.
Oh,
remind me with me.
Shit, remind me I have to tell Mom.
I know, you better tell your mother. So I'm about to tell your mama.
I know. Jackson's got to go spend the weekend at Grandma's. Don't say the G word too loud.
Yes. But we are headed to big event in New York and Brentwood. So Nikki and I are doing a broadcast live stream Friday night from our hotel room. And then this is on Long Island. And then Saturday, we're going to figure out, I'm assuming I have to check out the event when it starts. Like if it's like 10 to 3, we usually do like noonish, so maybe something like that, midday. But once we get the official details, we'll have a more ironed out idea of big event.
Yes.
And then Nikki, tomorrow,
yes,
we get to hang out with our friends, the Teenies.
Yes, the best part of the show because Boo the Devout, but supporting our Biffles, TCW. Toni and Fran.
Yes, TCW, Worship the Devout. We are doing the pre-show live stream tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you check that out. Again, anyone in the chat, write in your comments. We have wrestlers on the show. I'm trying to see. We might have Michael Fain on that one tomorrow, so that should be fun. Trivia. I got to produce the questions, which is always a controversy. But
Very.
Nikki, we're going to do that.
Oh, I put the rice running too far away. You can't reach it. Go get your arm.
If only. But yes, we will bring that back tomorrow. So a lot to get to, and we get to visit Nikki with our friends, the Cheenies, which are trying to get some revenge. So if you didn't catch that interview, that was last week.
Well, last week, yes, they're so fun. They're so cute.
Yeah. So take a look back. But here's our good friends, the Cheenies.
What's going on, guys? Tony Cini,
Francesca!
and you're watching the Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour, brother.
Brother.
I know, one of the funnest wrestling couples, the funnest couples in wrestling, I should say, the Cheenies. So check them out. This weekend at TCW, Worship the Devout, a couple of big matches. Fran hopes to regain her goddesses. That's
Yeah,
goddesses championship. So, ooh, Reese has a fun announcement for June. Ooh, exciting! You better be coming to America. Like, if you are Reese, I'm gonna make a montage, a great montage, like
of him in a little plane, like coming over.
yeah, like in Eddie Murphy. Yeah, like Eddie Murphy.
Like coming to America.
Yes. Oh, it'll be glorious.
Oh God.
You just wait. But that'll be in June, if that's what happens. But
don't get your hopes up.
Yeah, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. But let's get to the next segment, which is my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everyone's favorite segment, Nikki's non-kayfabe news. What is going on?
Cat.
Oh.
I know it's been very
the most
upsetting.
controversial episode.
It's very upsetting because I am very much Team Beard. I very much said on our very first date, I was like, "You're never allowed to share."
Solidarity, Wheeler Yuta.
Shave this off, and here we are. But it's fine. Your hair grows back quick. You're gonna have it back in no time.
Mm-hmm.
But you're still beautiful. We have Nikki's news to get to. Stop distracting me with your beauty.
I know. You're just not used to it, you man.
But finally, we're back to good, non-said Nikki's news. In fact, I would say we have some iconic news. So last weekend, the Inspiration announced that they are all elite. Jesse McKay, Cassie Lee were at one of their house shows called House Rules, and they announced that they signed deals with AEW, and I am super excited. I feel like WWE bungled them so much. And I know they had their run in TNA, and Reese is our TNA aficionado. I know they had a run there, but I feel like they can like go and take AEW's like women's tag team like by storm and like run that division.
Well,
and get the TV time.
That honestly, maybe we'll get to later. Maybe might as well say it now because it's a mid-ish card segment for our AEW portion of the show. But like, yeah, like is the women's division in AEW, the women's tag division, I should say, better than the men's tag division? And you could argue it's the best tag division of the four, of the two major brands. It's the best tag division. And them bringing in the Inspiration is just going to help it.
Just going to bolster it up so much. And then they're like, honestly, like veterans at this point to like help lead that women's locker room, to help lead this division where it should be going, hopefully continue to get TV time. I think maybe as much as I love Harley and with Willow, I think maybe because I feel like Willow's been defending her TBS championship so much. It's like, maybe it's time to take the belt off them. Willow can focus in that division and have like the Inspiration run the tag division.
That's fair.
So I'm excited and I love them so much.
Reese said he saw people complain about the sign, but for him, it's exactly what AEW needs. Legitimate tag team, second one. I didn't know they had 2 runs.
Yeah, they had 2 runs.
Yeah, like,
I did not hear people were complaining. I don't know. People just like to bitch on the internet, I suppose. But I don't know. I loved them in NXT and WWE, so I'm like excited to see them more because I honestly don't watch TNA consistently, so at least I know I will see them. Unless they put them on Collision, then I'll never see them.
I know we're gonna have to. We're like I said, we did it a couple of weeks ago. I'm gonna put more of TNA into our segment, especially when WWE's doing a lot less. But now
when life calms down and we can watch stuff.
But yeah, I mean, definitely a big signing for AEW. Yeah, I think it'll definitely be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, so I'm hoping. I don't know. Do they make like their debut on Revolution? I don't know if that's a match yet. Again, this week has been a little wonky. I'm not good on my facts like I usually am this week. But I don't know. I'm excited to see them. I'm ready for it.
For sure. Nikki, what else you got for us this week?
Well, now, guys, break out your calendars because May is going to be a little bit of crazy pants. So Triple H announced it on Instagram, Twitter, whatever. It was just a big old dumb face in the picture. But he announced that they are doing now Clash in Italy, which is now going to be May 31st. And they had already announced that Backlash was May 9th.
It's another clash.
Right.
They're having two clashes.
Yeah. So then on top of that,
a clash about the clash.
Then on top of that, AEW is Double or Nothing is May 24th. So literally that Sunday is Double or Nothing. And then basically the following Sunday is Italy. And then you have the 9th? No. Because I said the 6th. The 6th is a Wednesday. But then the 9th is Backlash. This is a lot. And there's also rumors now that they're going to do another Saudi show, Night of Champions, in June. Like, let's pump the brakes on these shows.
Yeah,
You're booking like 3 shows at a time.
Well, let's take it one by one because you went over both of them real quick.
I said them all.
But yeah, AEW, which I'm excited for because it's in our tri-state area, but not that we're going to go because we didn't go to ones in Jersey anyhow. But AEW Double or Nothing headed to New York City, one of their biggest pay-per-views of the year. After Full Gear in New Jersey, I think it's going to be interesting to see. Now, this is their first. Well, I guess not really. I mean, because they've had
a proper PLE in New York proper.
Yeah, but they've done the Grand Slam idea, so I don't know how you view that.
But this is like pay-per-view.
Yeah,
Grand Slam was an extended fancy Dynamite.
Right. Like I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Yeah, how it plays out in this market. For a bit, and that's again,
New York's major market.
Yeah, Newark, New Jersey's a little different. You can get away with it, and they weren't drawing tremendously great in Newark, so we'll see when they go into. Let's be honest, it's like the WWE backyard. That's really what New York City's always been considered.
Well, it's their home base. There's Madison Square Gardens,
Oh, he was talking.
Let's talk about Saudi.
Yeah,
I see you, Steven.
But
I agree with Reese in the chat. Like it's good to get I feel like again with WWE running back to back Vegas, I think AEW needs to get out of Vegas because you're killing. It's already fatigue. You gotta go to different markets a little bit, and sometimes they're great and sometimes they're not. But sometimes you can't. Maybe we need to give Chicago a 6-month break because it's every other week someone's in Chicago.
Yeah,
and I know that they're crazy fans, but when you go, I'm excited for, the Clash in Italy because it's going to be a hot crowd.
Yeah.
Just Clash in Paris or, Backlash Paris. I think the crowd was hotter then than it was for the one that just happened. I'm confusing all my Parises together now.
But, no, I mean.
Backlash Paris was better than Clash in Paris or whatever. Yes. France, or Backlash France, and then Clash, Paris.
Yes.
You know what I mean, guys. You know what I'm talking about. You agree.
Picking up what you're putting down. But yeah, so again, with Clash, that's going to be an interesting one. Because are they going to oversaturate and or desensitize us with 2 PLEs within the month? Which, because again,
that was our criticism last year.
The other thing is, I have this theory that. I said this to Nikki before the show. They're trying to condition us for what's going to be. Is it WrestleMania is going to be in Saudi Arabia next year? Mm-hmm. And I have a feeling they're going to split it because they saw what happened at Royal Rumble and they weren't too happy with the draw and everything else, and they're realizing they made a big mistake with the commitment, whatever. I think they're conditioning us to have 2 nights in 2 separate cities.
Like a WrestleMania 2 all over again, because
I think that's
that went real well. You buy tickets, so you think you're seeing WrestleMania, and you got to watch WrestleMania on a TV?
Well, not watching on TV. No, I'm saying like you're going to have night 1 with matches in, let's just say, Madison Square Garden, and night 2 in Saudi Arabia, or vice versa. That's what I think is going to happen, and I think this is the prequel to us.
But I was saying, like, WrestleMania 2, it was like, what, East Coast, Midwest, West Coast.
See the Raw in the Roman Coliseum do it, your character. That would be awesome.
I mean, like,
that would be so bald.
if it wasn't
Tony
like
Khan would do it. Tony should do it.
protected historical land. But I don't know. I guess it's not. So what you're saying, it's not going to be 3 different locations in one night. You're expecting night 1 to be somewhere, night 2 to be somewhere.
Yeah.
But then you're splitting. I don't know.
No, you're just getting a one night, like the WrestleMania. You're getting one night of WrestleMania.
What I'm thinking
one
is
domestic
more.
night and one.
What I'm thinking more is like, just say Liv and Dom. Like Liv is fighting night 1, and then Dom's night 2. But he's got to be in her match. Then he's got to hop on it. He's not going to make it unless he's Hulk Hogan and you wrestle in Japan and the US in one
That's why
day.
you book those probably the same night, like you would. So yeah, I know they owe Tampa, New Orleans. So yeah, maybe one of those.
Yeah.
Gets those destinations back.
But then move Italy to June, and then you can push back to Saudi Arabia to like never. But can I agree? Like they're getting 2 shitty nights.
Yeah, I know what
or we're getting 2 shitty.
That
What
doesn't
the
work
fuck
for
was
me,
that?
brother. That doesn't work for me.
Oh,
brother. That doesn't work for
Why
me,
is that?
brother.
What's that?
He coughs. He's a guy laughing.
Oh, I was like, scared the shit out of me.
I know, that's
That's the first time I noticed that.
It's a quick one. But
Maybe I'm too sober for my own podcast.
yeah, well, we'll get it. But
I think we can put a bow on. Again, we're going to talk about all these PLEs. I hope no one's made plans for the end of May, because you'll be here at the bar talking wrestling with us.
Till next time.
May. I think I might sneeze, but keep going. I think it's done.
All right, Nikki, time to switch over. What?
Okay, one more. Nope. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
To our AEW portion. So, what do you want to start with?
Where do you want to start? I assume we should probably start in Australia.
Yeah,
that happened first.
Let's start in Australia, because I know everyone is giving me a hard time because I shaved. But, Wheeler Yuta, sometimes you're your own worst enemy.
Can we forget about the things I said when I was drunk? I didn't mean to call you that. I can't remember what was said or what you threw at me. Please tell me why. My colors in the front yard, and I'm sleeping with my clothes on. I came in through the window last night, and you're gone.
Nikki, Wheeler Yuta gets his head shaved.
Poor little pickle.
I know.
I feel like when Mina first grabbed his head and he kind of fell back and he's like, "Ow, you're hurting me." I feel like that was she actually was, because she was just like, but I feel like we all knew this was happening. I'm not surprised that Wheeler took the pin. But I guess I am surprised, but happily surprised. I'm glad this happened, that Toni actually hit him with the Storm Zero and then got the pin. I love that this match actually was like them mixing it up, of them actually, like, when Wheeler hit the Busaiko knee that you showed on Toni, it wasn't like, oh my god, he did it to that woman. He was like, oh, that looked great, and it was on your opponent, your competitor.
No,
like
the whole match. I was telling you, I thought this was like my match of the week. Like I thought it was a phenomenal match. Like, and if certain things were divided up, like and we'll talk like a little bit later about like the other matches in Grand Slam, the week would have been phenomenal for AEW. I think they would have won the week hands down, and everyone would have been talking about them even more.
Right.
And because like you could have one title change, like if you waited a week on those title changes and things like that, or didn't give Ciampa the belt and made, we'll talk about it later. But this was a fun build up to this match, and just kind of like something different that they don't normally do, and it's something I think people I kind of want to see, like for someone like Wheeler Yuta, who's a character that he gets a shit ton of heat.
Yeah, like this is him getting. I think people are not over of him turning on Daniel Bryan. Sorry, no, Bryan Danielson. Sorry. I don't think people are over that, so he gets the mega heat, and I think him getting the haircut just makes so much more sense. I think Jon Moxley throwing him back, or not, kind of making him go back into the ring, being in the ring, and him just looking disappointed, like Marina holding his hand. I just feel like it was such it was a good touch that he actually sat there, and then everyone got a turn to like, but like that's, you want to see your heel get the comeuppance. And I think this is we'll get to stipulations, but I was like, this is a stipulation that made sense. And I think Reese kind of put in the chat, but like, I know this was like sort of like the jokey joke, but I feel like when Toni gets into the ring, like she just turns it on. Like she's so goddamn good. I know, and she's shaving him and she goes back into character and she's like, you bald bastard, and she's doing her, swim in the hair. But like when she smashed her head on the turnbuckle and she hit him with the hip attack or whatever, I forgot what she called it. Yeah, and she hits it like that, and it's just like, she's so intense, and I love it. So this is, I don't know, to me, this is such a fun match, and obviously right thing, everyone's happy.
So I'll throw it out there again. What's next for Wheeler and the Death Riders? Like what? Because I could see, like we've talked about them breaking up forever, and they never seem to break up. Now they're a face faction. Also, Gabe, it was a face promo that Mox cut when he won the Continental Classic and Continental title.
So it was like months ago now.
Yeah, and I think that they've been acted as baby faces since then. So you have that. Gabe Kidd was in the group, sort of in the group, out of the group. He's now not really associated with the group, so who the hell knows? But I could also see, he was with Connor, whatever, Clark Connors. He's not Superman. Clark Connors sounds like, isn't that the
Clark Kent?
Clark Kent, yeah, sounds like a Superman alter ego.
All right, Clark, calm down over there.
But
Thank you,
like,
Steven.
to me, I could see like Wheeler Yuta, doing like something where he's the reason that Death Riders break up from within. Like that'd be kind of a nice little angle. Like he turns heel on the group within the group.
But that's the thing. But then if we fast forward a little bit to Wednesday, like with Pac's promo, there's no baby face in there. I think everyone else still heel. Then John just cut that like baby face promo, but I don't think he's going after Takeshita. I don't know. I don't think everyone else in that faction is face. I think it might just be him. And if we expect them to turn on Mox, it's like 6 months overdue. So I don't care.
I mean, I guess, but like something needs, like if the group's gonna end or something, because there's got to be some other iteration. Because I don't want to see any more. It seems like they're going towards more of them with the Don Callis, because that's the only other stable that's as big as them.
I know. Yeah.
Members, like that's just really the only reason.
I don't know. I'm just like, I want Claudio and like Wheeler. No, Claudio and Daniel Garcia and Pac just do something else. Even if 3 of them stay together, or take Marina with you. But like, I don't know. But Yuta's been their, whipping boy for the inception of this. So
True. So moving on, that was obviously I thought the big moment earlier in the night, or even on the night. But Grand Slam reactions, we do have 4 titles that were retained one way or the other. Even there was like a no contest with Mox, but like that's retained.
Yeah.
So, anything you want to talk about Grand Slam related?
well, if you want to talk about the main event
With Brody Lee.
with Brody King.
I did it again. I wrote it down knowing it was Brody King, and I wrote Brody Lee because you talk about him so much on the
Well,
show.
I fucking adore Brody Lee forever, but he also chose the name Brody because he really likes Brody Lee. But I think as much as I think we all are Brody King fans on this show and want to see Brody do more, I didn't think he was going to take the belt off MJF, but I think MJF targeting the knee, like how do you bring the big man down? You go after his knee, biting it, punching it, kicking it, hit the heat seeker. And then he just like Brody King, this is like how he arched and hit it down. And then sometimes you forget, I really like MJF in the ring. I think this was a fun match. I think it was a predictable outcome, especially with Hangman winning earlier in the night. It was going to be MJF, but we'll get to that later. But again, Brody did cut the backstage promo on Dynamite and said he wants to get back into the picture. So I'm hoping he can still circle around.
I thought he should have been wanted to win the belt.
I wanted to win the belt. It's just I think it's too early.
Yeah, and I don't think he should have been put in that position then. That's what really kind of bothers me the most about
But can you take? I'm going to cut you off real quick. But what we talked about at last Double or Nothing, when you had All In, when you had Fletcher and Hangman, it's like we didn't think Fletcher was going to win, but this is going to elevate him to that level. So I think it translates to Brody as well. That you're not going to win, but you put on a hell of a match, and then you should be in the upper echelon conversation.
I like him more as the just a monster building up an Unstoppable Force first, because I think you could give him a second run with a little bit more. I just think you can get more longevity out of giving him a quick, even if it's just a short title run of less than 2 months. Just to give him that, build him up as a monster and as a threat, as a main event threat, and then maybe somehow fiddle with him not getting pinned in the rematch or whatever to keep him away. I don't know. I just think, he's gonna have to try and find a way to keep himself really relevant amongst.
Well, he called out that he wanted a match next week, so we'll see what mystery person.
I'm hoping he disagrees with me.
Probably not.
But ultimately, it does lead to, let's bleed it into the number one contender. Hangman Page ends up winning the number one contendership, as I think we all expected. And then bleeds us into. Well, is there anything else from Grand Slam, I should say, that you want
to? Not particular. I don't.
Okay.
Unless you have anything.
Not really. I mean, like I said, the ladder match really
predictable.
Was predictable. I thought, in terms of just real quickly on the ladder match, timing of it was poor. I love the match, love the win for him. Think that he should have just, if you kept the belt on
Briscoe,
yes, and you had that moment, instant, big time, big reaction, whatever, however you want to, whether you're trying to turn Kyle Fletcher face, you can, it gives you kind of a rocket ship to him. That was the only thing that I disagreed with. Phenomenal match. Knew it was going to probably, arguably, next to the Toni Storm match, probably match of the night. But yeah, ultimately, we're going to bleed this into Dynamite because Hangman Page is now the number one contender, and there's high risks now, Nikki. So, what are your thoughts on the Hangman promo with MJF? The stipulation, both the stipulations, and everything else.
I feel like this started off so well. I love MJF saying like I hate you, and the high holier than thou high horse bullshit. Pretty sure I've said that to my brother once. Love that line. High horse bullshit. Love it. And then I also loved, I think this is one of the stronger Hangman promos. And then when he was like, oh, well, then it's like, you're just like me. And this is kind of like, you just want the love and adoration that kind of I feel like calls back to that heel turn. And then, burning down Swerve's house. It was like, oh, like we're kind of the same side of the coin per se. And then we pivot and then I get angry. Every fucking match doesn't need a goddamn stipulation. Would it make sense? This hair match makes sense. I don't need... Does Hangman only win matches when you put Texas in the name? He's from Virginia. Like, I know you're a cowboy, but stop with the Texas deathmatch shit.
Virginia deathmatch.
I'm so... And you're not even in Texas. No, like, are they in Texas? They're not in Texas.
I
don't know. I don't want another death match. Is that all he can? Then now, to me, as much as I think on this show is the one that bangs the drum for Hangman, been like, because I know our friends in the chat like to shit on him. I've been banging the drum that I like Hangman. I'm like, now you're just a death match guy, and that's not bad or wrong. I love all the types of wrestling, all the types of matches. But if I have to see him I don't want to see needles. I don't want to see a fucking staple in the mouth, people eating things. I guess I'm not a sicko. I can appreciate a death match, but do fucking something else.
Well, I just think now Hangman's booked into a corner where if he doesn't
and then
he can't challenge for the
title. I was just focusing on the stip first, and then the second stip is even fucking stupider. But if you want to pivot to that, we can pivot to that.
But yeah, so...
Yes, Reese, thank you.
So he ups the stipulation in LA. Yeah,
yes,
so
all right.
it's a Los Angeles death match.
The Battle of... Wait,
Battle of Los Angeles?
Well, I'm saying, can they use that or is that...
Maybe.
PWG's not a thing anymore. Anywho, I digress. Go on, baby. Sorry.
I don't know. But again, are they booking themselves into a corner where, then what are you going to do? Is like Hangman just going to forever be in the mid card and you hope to catch...
Because it works so well for Cody.
Yeah, I think it's dumb to do. And now, and no one wants him, I don't think at this point to have help. Because MJF is just so much more valuable a champion. So...
Or are you going to do something stupid like a
clean, family-friendly death match?
No, it's like, I don't know. I've seen how many Texas death matches has Hangman been in the last 2 years. A lot.
It seems like one every quarter.
Yeah, because again, like the whole death match series he did with Swerve, the whole death match series he did with Moxley. Maybe that should be the stipulation. You both have to fucking wrestle and you can't leave the ring. Like, something different. Because I said to you originally when we were watching it, I was like, oh, would it be fun? It'd be like a strap match or a bull rope, the bull rope match because, he's a cowboy. Something like that. Or like you can do the dog collar, like the callback to him and Punk or whatever. Something different.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, it'll get that reputation as well. Yeah. Sure, yeah. I don't know. I mean, the chat agrees. I put it up in the poll, like, if he's booked into a corner, and they think...
Yeah, I don't know. Again, I don't like the stipulation, adding the second stipulation. You're booking yourself into a fucking corner. Or is, like, do we not know that, like, Hangman's contract is up and he's leaving, and they're like, oh, you can't challenge anymore, and then he, like, dips to somewhere else? Like, no, I don't love this. I don't love it. Like, unless they add, there's, like, while you're the champion... But he said never again.
Right. Yeah, never
Which
again.
I'm like...
That's exactly what I said. Never again.
that's what Cody did with Jericho, and then look what happened.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Right? It was Jericho. I'm sorry, my brain is not here this week, and I apologize, but
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Jericho.
pretty sure it's Jericho. I don't know. I hate that. I liked like the first third of this. I liked, and again, I can listen to MJF talk all day, and then I really liked Hangman's comeback, and then it was like, gosh, I'm like, whoa. Get a new stipulation. There's a bazillion, but again, there's also he's been in 1,000 cage matches. I'm like, let's just
Well, let's move on.
Move
from
on.
Hangman, as he's moving on from the world title soon. Picture soon. So let's get to it. The big moment on the night, because we were waiting to see if something was going to happen throughout the card. Yeah, again, the last couple of weeks, like when you look at the card, again, good wrestling, but like what's going to happen storyline wise, and we finally get the match. Swerve against Omega in the main event. Nikki was a little bit sad. Nikki, Swerve turns on Kenny.
Yep.
What are your thoughts?
I loved
Swerve's
it.
heel turn.
I loved it. I think, again, this was such a good match. Such a fun match. Kenny looked great. I feel like Kenny looked back to being Kenny. But fuck, Kenny can sell. Like, when you showed him when he's just, like, laying back and then he hits the move, I was just like, oh, like, again, fun match. But I think we need to write, obviously, Kenny off for a little bit because he can't. And this is why the match was this week, because he actually is in Tokyo for some video game thingy during
and good night, bad.
He's going to be in Tokyo. So you have this match now. You can write him off for a little bit, have this heel turn. And then after he hit Kenny through the announce table, he's like, I needed this. And then you can tell, like, throughout the match that he was kind of getting more desperate. Like, he just had, like, the crazy look in his eye. And then once he pulled Aubrey in there, and I'm sure, you know, all of us here, like, rejoiced. But as soon as he hit Aubrey, it's like, ooh, something's happening. Because you could tell. Because, like, Tony Schiavone was like, I don't know. Like, you see Swerve pull her arm. So we were like, ooh, something's happening.
Yeah.
And then it was just like, oh, the handshake, the hug bro-ness of it. And then loved it.
Yeah, no, I think it's something that's, aside from MJF, like, there's some heels, but, like, elite level heels, like, Swerve is that. I love him, like I said this, I loved him with a group. The idea of putting him with a group, because I think he can get a lot of people over.
I mean, doing it great.
He's a super mega star in AEW. There's got to be something for him to do without just being thrust right in the main event world title scene, and this is a good way of keeping him relevant in a great story. Like, Kenny's going to eventually come back, and they're going to have another match, at least one match, probably two. And you can have him in the interim just beating up on people and rebuild himself. So to me, I absolutely think it was well timed and overdue. And yeah, probably. Well, I'd probably do it on, like, timing wise. I'd have probably done it after a pay-per-view. But I guess if you're considering Grand Slam, and that's the problem with how they book Grand Slam as like a pay-per-view, then this moment.
I think this works though. Again, if you have to write off Kenny, And then now we're sort of like seeing where he fits in for Revolution. Then you have him come out next week, have him open with the show. Because if you open with the Death Riders again, I'm be real mad. I'm tired of it. Have him come out and cut a promo. And be like, this is, tell me why, like why he did it. And like this, because he was like, this is for me. I needed this. So it's like, why did you feel like you needed to do this? As much I'm here for heel Swerve very much. But like, I think that's what you should open, because you closed, then open back up and be like, this is why. Don't open with a Death Riders match. I'm done with it.
Yeah, no, this is a great storyline to start the night with on Dynamite next week. But yeah, Nikki. So for me, that's pretty much it on anything AEW related. Again, we kind of touched upon the women's tag division, potentially where that's going, and how excited I would say we are for that.
Yeah, no, I really love the two of them, and I think they bring so much. And again, I hope they fall in the vein of Swerve, that like, I feel like Swerve became a megastar going to AEW, and I feel like maybe one of the very few. But I hope Cassie and Jess come in and like just kill it.
Yeah, no. We'll see. We'll see if they become, a big deal, and what goes on moving forward. But Nikki, let's move along to WWE. Let's hear first a quick commercial break from someone who is a big deal, someone new.
This is former WWE champion Big E, and you're watching the Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour.
What the fuck?
Yeah, a few surprises every once in a while. I'll break one out.
When?
Recently, just like the last couple days.
You need to show me that like on an actual phone, not like delayed through this.
Well, yeah, but yes, that's our newest drop. Big E.
Oh.
Yeah. So you never know who's going to show up on the Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour.
What?
Nikki's over. But
I know. Just hearing these people say Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour blows my fucking mind. Our little podunk podcast in our basement. Anyway, I digress. SmackDown.
Yes. Let's get to it, because we got a lot to get to. But Nikki, we're going to do it in a reverse order. This was the main event, but Cody Rhodes is advancing and qualifying for the Elimination Chamber.
Well, don't bend, don't break, baby, don't back down. It's my life, and it's how I'll live. I ain't gonna live forever. I just wanna live while I'm alive. My heart is like an open highway, like Frankie said I did it my way. I just wanna live while I'm alive. It's my life, and it's how I'll live. I ain't gonna live forever. I just wanna live while I'm alive. My heart is like an open highway.
Nikki, Cody Rhodes qualifies for the Elimination Chamber. Again, a lot of craziness. Drew McIntyre tried to thwart that attack. Very unfortunate opportunity, but his plan failed, and Cody is in the Elimination Chamber. But first off, your thoughts on Cody being in the chamber over the other two?
I obviously get why you want to put Cody Rhodes, I would assume, in the main event of your next pay-per-view.
Rhodes. Go ahead.
Yeah, what?
Cody Rhodes.
Rude. Where we going? We don't need rude.
Rude.
Rude. Stop it. Everybody needs to go watch that movie immediately. So I get having Cody in there. To me, obviously, I want to see Jacob. But are we seeing, is the main event going to be this fatal four-way? Is it somehow going to be Drew, Cody, Jacob, Sammy?
So that's the other question. Should Sammy be in the chamber? Or is he getting the B word?
Don't do it.
Do I need to throw that B word out
Don't.
there?
Nope. He just had a title shot at Royal Rumble, which is one of your big fours, everyone's fucking favorite. How is that being buried? Getting pinned by Kofi. I swear to fucking God.
But no, I'm not gonna. I won't throw it. But should he be in the Elimination Chamber? That's
No. Again, I don't know. I feel like I've cooled down on Sammy. When he was talking, when Trick cut the promo on him, and she's like, he's too much of that. I'm like, he's too good of a, I have like hair on my, too of that, like, baby face. It's like, I don't know. I'm just like, I kind of miss heel Sammy a little bit. And I think we might need to go back to that a little bit. Or maybe just a little breaky break from him. Because, like,
I just felt like it made more sense. Even if he's not going to win it, throw Sammy in the chamber. It'll make it more interesting. But chat doesn't agree with me. 100%
No.
Sammy should not be in the chamber.
no, I think we've all
Wow.
cooled. If you were even Team Sammy, I think we've
Not expected.
very much cooled down on him. But I'm worried it's going to be like a fatal 4-way.
Ooh. Reese saying Lesnar's going to end.
Ugh. Rumors was it supposed to be.
Guys?
Rumor was it's
Sean
supposed to be
Or Matt, not sure.
Brock LA Knight at Mania. Which why? But I guess
If LA Knight goes over, it's something.
that's not gonna happen. But he was part of it. Him and Cody eliminated Brock during fucking Jay's entrance. But I don't know. Cody going in makes sense. I'd rather have it been Jacob, but I'm worried it's going to be a convoluted mess. You know, when it was like, oh, kids, 33, 32, 33. Becky, Charlotte, Ronda. That it was a convoluted, like, it should have been Becky, Ronda, and then he had to shove Charlotte in there, and it was like Becky lost her thing, and then she got her thing, and then they all got arrested. And it's like, and then like the same when Kofi and Debray had to get there, and it was such a like Biggie had to beat someone. Biggie had to beat Xavier Woods had to be this whole convoluted thing to get to the main event. I'm worried that's what's going to happen on the SmackDown side.
Good thing. Just before we put a wrap on last week's SmackDown, or about on last week's SmackDown, just big things. Jade Cargill retains
I think
over Jordynne Grace.
Yep.
Good call keeping the title on Jade. Because I could have seen a world where Jordynne Grace won. But I also see the path of, again, the storyline, like I said, because I predicted Tiffany winning the Royal Rumble, was that was the storyline that's still been there. She beat her when Tiffany was not at 100%. So that rematch is still, up in the air. But does it stunt the growth of Jordynne Grace? Is there more potential with Jordynne Grace in this main event scene heading towards WrestleMania, or just keep rolling with Jade?
Okay, so multiple things. So I didn't necessarily love like having Dom and Liv at ringside doing their Valentine's Day date, because it was a distraction. Because like the room is chanting for Dom, and I feel bad because I want all the things for Jordynne Grace. But do you have them there to distract from Jade again? But that's hard because like I feel like obviously Jordynne Grace is good. Like she can carry a match. She did hit some moves. She took some power moves. I think this is the first time that like Jade's been in a match in a very long time, and she actually looks like she's been in a match. I don't think they would take the belt off Jade at a SmackDown taping or live event, whatever you want to call it. It's not going to happen. So do you have them there to distract? Again, you have Jade come out. She looks incredible. And then she gets into the ring. And I'm part of me just like, I just sort of feel bad for her because like, you're not giving, like, there's no house shows for her to practice in. So you're just doing it on Raw, but they know she's shitty. So she hasn't defended the belt in 100 whatever days.
Yeah. I mean,
but like, if I can't practice on a live show or I can only just play around in the PC, then how am I supposed to get better? But then it's like they're like, here, go. And I'm like, you're not going to say no to a title belt, so you try your fucking best.
Well, that's the other thing. It's, what's next now, like, for Jordynne Grace? If, presumably, now, is she still going to be in the world title scene? Or is she going to be relegated to the... I mean, there's 3 hours to fill on both shows, theoretically. Mid-card titles, women's tag team titles. What's next for Jordynne Grace?
You can just shove her back with Jade again. Tiffany only feuded with 3 people for a year. You can shove Jordynne Grace back in there. Because you can say,
You're saying she's staying in the main event.
Oh, for 100%. Look at her. But it's just like, she can say that, like, oh, like, Liv got involved, like, Liv and Dom were there, we blah, 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 blah. You can insert, it doesn't, matter.
The chat's divided on whether or not keeping the title on Jade was a good decision.
They're not going to take it all the probably money that they invested in her. And again, great look. She's stunning, but she doesn't have an opportunity to be good in the ring. I don't like her in the ring.
Seems like give Jordynne Grace Julia. Yeah, like some mid-card.
Ugh.
Cat saying jobber. I don't think. I hope she doesn't get like Dana Brooke like that at Ash by Elegance.
Honestly, I kind of feel like Jordan should have went to Raw, but no, she's still going to be.
She can still end up going there.
Yeah, again, you got to get to Mania, whatever's happening. Is there again? This has been a week. Are there still spots open in the chamber, or we close the chamber?
There's still spot there tonight. There's going to be more.
So can Jordynne still get in there, or she's not? Because all the chamber matches on
tonight
Raw.
There's another match that she's not in, obviously. But like, I don't know how many spots left. No, I think there's still like.
Because all the ones, I don't know.
I think there's still one more.
The ones on Raw made me annoyed. But look at
that.
Yeah.
I know they slow roll almost call off, but still. We'll see. But as we head towards Elimination Chamber, Nikki, we did have some qualifications because on SmackDown, we did see, and this will transition us over to Raw, we did see Alexa Bliss qualify for the Women's Elimination Chamber. And then on Raw, looping it back around, Asuka qualified. And I think, Nikki, when you get to the Elimination Chamber to survive, you got to be a monster.
Secret side of me, I never let you see. I keep it caged, but I can't control it. So stay away from me, the beast is ugly. I feel the rage and I just can't hold it. It's scratching on the walls, in the closet, in the halls. It comes awake and I can't control it. Hiding under the bed, in my body, in my head. Why won't somebody come and save me from this? Make it end.
Nikki, what are your thoughts on Asuka and Alexa Bliss advancing?
Twofold. Okay. I am the big defender of women's wrestling on this show. I don't love these because it's always like when it's too much of the same thing. It's just like the one person's doing a pin or doing the submission and the other person breaks up. And it just looks a little sloppy to me, and I think of definitely the SmackDown match more. But putting Alexa in, she was in it last year. She had the great, reaction to Jade, coming in and beating up Naomi. I get it. I love Asuka being in there because as much as I love the Kairi Asuka thing, I would love kind of Asuka to be back in that upper echelon conversation. But I don't like Natty not being in it. She can pin Bailey fine or submit Bailey. She submitted Bailey. But I feel like I wanted Natty in there more.
Yeah, well, it offers the two, because you have the two storylines of like the tag teams, right? Like, does Kairi turn on Asuka? Does Charlotte come and turn on Bliss? You have that. I get what you're saying too, because actually, I'm glad you kind of touched on that. because of the women's division, like on Raw, we do have the continuation of the Maxine Dupree.
Yeah. So
And here's kind of what I want to get at is there's two storylines, and this is one of them, just to bundle them together for Raw and keep things moving. But does this storyline make it to WrestleMania? And the other one that I compare this to is what happened on Raw, the both El Grande Americano storyline. Both, which I think could be a mask versus mask storyline, but could also go to AAA. I could see that too, or maybe being like thrown in one night. But my question is, does this feud, now that you transitioned it over, make it to...
unfortunately, I think Natty and Maxine are not making it. I think there'll be the Raw before, the Raw after, or just not at all. I think you got the Grande versus Grande would be on the Mania card. And honestly, that the match was hysterical when Bravo pulls out the steel plate or whatever the fuck they're calling it, and he like dances over to it, and then all of a sudden he starts going on the ring, and Corey Graves is like, "Where are you going?" I laughed so hard because it was so dumb. But I think that's gonna be on the card because it will be a mask versus mask. Someone gets revealed, you're like, "Oh my god, it was him all along." But unfortunately, I don't think Natty and Maxie. They're so like me pushing because I'd rather have Asuka versus Kyrie because that has a longer story. I don't think. You think with 2 nights you'd have the time, but I don't think it's happening.
Yeah. But if we had the best, I think Natty makes a Mania match popcorn match. Yeah, it would be great. Like I think they're both have good build-ups that are probably going to be stronger than some of the world title match, like some of the title matches. Let's be honest, like a lot of the title matches. So it'd be interesting. Maybe
why can't Grande versus Grande be your poop match or your pee break?
No, he said popcorn match.
Isn't that when you go get pop? Isn't that when you go?
Oh, I thought
I could be wrong.
Popcorn is maybe I'm taking that more positively.
I could be just
because I'd refer to bathroom break as that. Popcorn. I would just be like excited. All right, clarify. But anyway, clarify the chat. Where are we getting to?
Again, I could be the cynical one of this bunch. That's just where my brain is at.
Yeah. So again, where do we go from here? We talked about the women's elimination chamber, and then we get to. There's a couple other promos throughout the night. I don't know how much.
I don't think we need to.
Or AJ Lee.
I don't think we need to talk about the AJ Becky thing because I rewatched it again. Blatantly said, "This is the theme of the night. Come into the ring. I'll turn my back. I'll put my hands behind my back." Like clearly saying that she ripped off her husband's promo before. She did say that. And I know Becky's being this like chicken shit heel, and she's like, "I know what you're doing," and blah blah.
But it's too redundant. I don't
know.
It
is.
It was.
I want more for this, so I think we need to park it because we need to park that conversation because we'll get there when we get to Chamber.
But someone who is getting to Chamber, the OG, Javon Evans.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never give up. And every time I step up in the building, everybody's hands go up. And they say that, and they say that, and they say that up, down, up, down, up, down. 'Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you're going in, put your hands in the air.
Ludacris coming in and the verses have never been defeated and I won't stop now. Keep your hands up, put them in the sky for the homies that are making it the hopes locked down. I never went nowhere, but they say you lose this fast. Living on that contour, so we'll call it Luda, yeah.
And I'm on this foolish track, so spin my foolish flow. My hands go up and down,
Like strippers' booties go.
my verses still be serving, tight like a million virgins. Last time on the Cali Breeze, now I'm on the original version.
Can't ever count me out.
Y'all better count me in.
Got 20 bank accounts.
Accounts count me in.
Make millions every year. The South champion. 'Cause all I do is
All I do is win.
I have so many feelings about this match. Do you want me to start or do you want to start?
Yeah, go ahead. No, you got feelings.
I got a feeling.
You got a feeling. You're right.
No, I hate that song.
Right.
Black
Me-
Eyed
yeah,
Peas,
no.
get out of here. It was also on our do not playlist at our wedding. I don't understand why you're putting Gunther in these matches that he's not going to win. You have 4,000 million other fucking people on your roster. Don't put Gunther in this match. Is it fun when he chokes out Javon and it's all like, he's fancy? Yes, but stop it. Because honestly, you choke out AJ, then you lose in the Rumble, and then you lose this
Well,
match.
because they're next week they're in Atlanta, and I think they're trying to play up. He's going to do something again to.
Oh, I still don't like it. He could be cutting a promo or doing something, and you can have Dragon Lee come out and do something. I don't like that the last 2 times we saw him in a ring didn't win. Don't love that. As much as I think Javon is fantastic, he's a sweet little baby pickle at 21. He's gonna do some crazy flippy doos off the cage, off the something. That's why you put him in this match. You know how I feel about them pinning champions in a non-title match. I don't necessarily love that he pinned Dom, but also Dom could take a pin. But I feel like with Gunther, you could have inserted another person that Javon.
You talked about his boy, and he shows up.
Say Javon's name and Ed appears.
Seriously.
Ed, we love you, baby. So like I love him in the match. I just don't love how we got there, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and I mean, and again, like I agree. It's either Will or Matt. I don't know. I'm not sure who's in there.
Okay.
Sean or Matt. Sorry, I keep doing. I don't know how he gets.
You're really bad with names.
Yeah, I'm just terrible with names. But anyway, I agree because I think he has to be in the chamber and then let his. I think I put this in our group text with Mikey. That he needs to be in the chamber, and then his WrestleMania opponent is whoever pins him or messes him up in that match, and forces him to be eliminated. That's okay. It's Sean. So now I've clarified who's. But yeah, I agree with Sean. Like his opponent has to. I thought it made sense that his WrestleMania opponent is whoever pins him. This way, it doesn't have to be a legend necessarily at WrestleMania that he wrestles.
No, again, I don't want to see him in the
so many
chamber.
legends you could throw out.
I don't want to see him in the chamber either. He didn't need to be in that match.
Yeah.
Your roster's so goddamn deep. He didn't need to be in there. Have him cut a promo, or do a backstage segment. He's talking to Jackie Redmond or Kathy Kelly, and then you have him come out of nowhere. He didn't need to be in this match.
Yeah, it was just it was kind of extra. But he didn't get. I mean, he didn't get pinned. But it doesn't look as. It doesn't make his character look as strong as it could.
But to Steven's thing, we should all hold hands and say how old we are because the Elimination Chamber is older than Javon Evans.
Yeah. Seriously. But yeah, well, I don't know. Javon Evans is the Elimination Chamber. Gunther is not.
Which I want Javon in it. I'm Team Javon in this. But Gunther didn't need to be in that match. That's all I'm saying.
That's fair. That's fair. But Nikki, I've got a question for you. Is it possible that either Gunther or Javon Evans is the masked man?
I know there's a place you walk where love falls from the trees. My heart is like a broken cup. I only feel right on my knees. I spill out like a sewer hole. You still receive your kiss. How can I measure up to anyone now after such a long as this? Well, who are you? Come on, tell me who are you? Oh, I really want to know. Tell me who are you?
Nikki,
Yes.
the mystery man strikes again on Raw.
Yeah, well, I can tell you who's under the balaclava. But I don't think WWE knows who it's going to be.
Or is it multiple people, a faction of mystery
Look
men?
at the same.
It should be the movie. It should be led by Ben Stiller. Nobody?
Because of the mystery men.
Yeah, the movie.
Then okay.
You could have laughed and been.
No, it was not.
Kayfabe.
You're welcome.
Just fake laugh.
I'm non-kayfabe here. Obviously it's Grayson Waller because of the shoes. I don't think they know yet. And I said on the podcast, the girl who does my nails just started watching wrestling with her boyfriend once it got on Netflix. And she's like, I heard the Masked Man is Bad Bunny. And I was like, that's hysterical. It's right now it's Grayson Waller. Like, are they trying to make it to be Seth when hopefully Seth, knock on wood, is gonna be back for Mania? But I'm afraid WWE doesn't know who this is yet.
I know. Supposedly it's Grayson Waller behind the mask, but yeah, I like the idea of that it's a group of people that are led by either. I mean, Rollins is the obvious choice, but I like the idea that it's somebody else, like a Jericho. Like, it's got to be a big name leading them. Also, we didn't even talk about it. We're not going to get into it. What's in the box? We'll get into that next.
All right, Brad Pitt. We'll talk about what's in the box.
What's in the box? But yeah, like, I think it should be revealed as multiple people over the course of the events. Like, maybe they get one person, or like, but the big reveal should be it's a group led by some big name. It doesn't have to be Jericho. I like Jericho.
It's not going to be Jericho.
I know, but I like the name. I think it makes sense. It's got to be a big name, big enough name. I don't know.
Danhausen would be hysterical.
Oh, that is a good one. I never thought of it. That's a great one. But yeah, I don't know.
You're not going to reveal Chris Jericho coming in a fucking box.
It's a great color. Seriously, that is a new one. Oh God. Steven is just
Steven's on fire tonight, kids.
Seriously punny.
He said it's the Spirit Squad being sent back to OVW. Steven on fucking fire tonight.
Oh, man.
Steven, I love you.
Well done. Well, all right, Nikki. It is that time. You ready to open up the phone lines?
Yes.
Oh, Blondie, hit the snare. Bing bong in it. Oh, I forgot to pin it in the chat. Usually,
that would be helpful.
That would be quite helpful. But you never know. You never know how we're gonna do
Who's going to show up at the happy hour?
Yeah, you do never know who's going to show up at the happy hour because the phone lines are open. It is pinned in the description. Nikki, we talked about it in the open. Tomorrow I'm on the road. You're sending me on assignment. TCW, Worship the Devout.
Boo.
But we got someone who's going to be there tomorrow. It's bringing them in, women in from the seas into shallow waters, more friendly waters. Mark the Shark.
Hey.
What's going on?
What's
Nick,
going on?
Happy to be on the happy hour, man. Thanks for having me back.
Dude, how you been? What are you drinking? What are you thinking, friend?
I got some water. We got pasta and meatballs for dinner. Got a carb load. The gem, Zach Ruby and I, we're going to be taking on the Devout for those Titan Championship Wrestling tag titles tomorrow. So, the Shark's got to fuel up. He's got to eat. He's got to be ready for tomorrow. How are you guys doing tonight?
Good. How about you? So you're fueling up for tomorrow. We're pretty pumped.
That's right.
About the Bling and the Bite, the newest team in TCW. I'm gonna let everyone throw in. So everyone, as you're writing, feel free to write in. You want to ask Mark a question. Mark, friends, we introduced you to our audience back in August at Beachcomber. So we did some fun. So, and actually, you were a little bit of Beachcomber, and then was this Mount Olympus?
No, it was before that.
But
what was the paper? What was the show after?
It was the last Waretown show you guys had me on.
That was not Mount Olympus.
The one before that.
That was Blunt Force Trauma, I think they were calling
There
it.
you go.
Yeah, same building we're going to be at tomorrow night, Waretown, New Jersey. Definitely looking forward to that. I even trying to get them out here for you guys. Just to show how prepared I am for tomorrow. I know the Gem Zach Ruby, he likes his bling, so
Look at that.
we got the full effect now, Sharks ready. Bags being packed as we speak.
So, Mark, take us through what brought this about, the Bling and the Bite. Again, the newest team taking TCW by storm. So, give us a little history lesson.
Yeah, so I met Zach Ruby probably about last summer. We were actually both partying at a local watering hole, Belmar, New Jersey here, DJs. Shout out to DJs. It was before I got back into wrestling, but, before my hiatus, I was in a tag team for a majority of my career as the American Muscle Shark. So since I've been back, I've been looking for that new tag team partner. I tried with Emily Saxton, but if you watch GTS Wrestling live on YouTube, tonight we had a match for my GTS United States Heavyweight Championship. Of course, the Shark was successful. Just like Zach Ruby and I, the newest tag team on the indie scene is going to be successful tomorrow night for Titan Championship Wrestling.
Mark, has
the audacity to undermine, this is only our second tag match, but I'm feeling pretty confident that Zach Ruby and I will be the new tag team champions for the foreseeable future in Titan.
A little bit of gold for you. So, yeah, I had a question and then threw me what do you know?
Shaved off your brain.
I know, I shaved off too many brains.
That was a mouthful, but I had to get my plugs in, had to make sure the people know where the Shark's going to be at next. There it is.
Yeah, what are your expectations of the Audacity? Again,
kick ass.
Yeah.
Take names, go home.
Yeah, I mean, the Audacity, I'm not super familiar with the two guys. I've been on a couple Titan shows with them, obviously. They're the tag team champions. The thing that concerns me the most is they have two managers. As a tag team, you're kind of like each other's manager. It's like a good relationship. There's a give and a take. The Audacity apparently needs Emily Saxton and terrible. What's the fella's name over there in the suit? I know the product.
Harry Targinian.
The Harry. I knew there was something there. Yeah, I don't know what those goons are going to be doing on ringside, but Zach Ruby and I are ready for pretty much anything tomorrow. So the the Audacity, they have the audacity to come to Devout Championship Wrestling and think they're just going to successfully defend their tag titles. They got another thing coming.
You gotta be real bad if you need two managers.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't need one manager, let alone two.
Right? Like, someone's gonna pull a leg, you gotta watch. Like when they always do that. Hook the leg, stay away from the ropes.
Yeah, I mean, Zach Ruby and I were obviously the newer tag team here, so Audacity has the experience factor. But we know that there's four of them out there. But we like a challenge, The odds are stacked against us, and we're gonna show why the Bling and the Bite bring the fight every night. And be your forever Titan Championship Wrestling tag champions.
Mark, we got a couple people in chat. Louis saying one of the best going today. Support Mark.
That's my boy Lou. Yeah, Louis Jr., second generation wrestler, son of low life Louis Ramos, big in the death match scene, and he's got a bright future ahead of him. Definitely keep your eye out on Louis Jr. Ramos out there.
Ed says #Bite Forever. He wants to do Bite Forever.
There we go. I love that. Yeah, let's get that trending. Is trending still a thing on X? Do we still hashtag?
Yeah, I think that
we'll make it trending now.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'm from the MySpace generation, so the current era of the TikToks and the reels have Unc over here a little pressed.
Ed's asking the same question. Is X still a thing?
That's still Twitter to me, damn it.
I'm still on it. I just hopped on there to plug this very podcast. Unfortunately, social media is necessary evil. I don't think it's quite what it was anymore. The numbers are down for X.
Fair enough. Mark, do you have any takeaways this week? Anything you watched on AEW, WWE, anything out there? What have you been watching?
Yeah, I caught Raw this week. Did I catch AEW? I don't think I watched AEW this week. Yeah, I've been behind, man. It's my schedule's been so crazy. I DVR everything. Like I'll probably catch a little SmackDown tonight. I watch when I can. I find myself at night just watching like that WWE Vault YouTube channel. That's where I spend most of my time watching wrestling lately. I'm trying to think what happened on Raw. Give me a little. It seems like forever ago Monday.
Elimination Chamber is coming up.
Chamber stuff.
Oh, Chamber qualifying matches, right?
Yeah, Wheeler, you got his haircut on AEW.
Yeah, I did catch that. Yep.
But
yeah, it's a shame. I've run out of time to watch the current product a lot. You know, I'm doing my best to keep up. It's tough. I watched the Rumble. The Rumble was good.
Do you find that?
Enjoyed that?
Like, I guess, and this is just a generalized question, but like working the indies so much, do you find it's more valuable in a lot of ways to like catch some of the older stuff? Because, you know, things rehash in a lot of ways, right? Like storylines, like different ideas that you can kind of create off of what may have been, you know, done in the past versus, because always it seems like so cyclical in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I think so, but it is important to watch the current product, you know, especially if you're a wrestler who's trying to make it to one of those companies. It's good to familiarize yourself with what's going on and what people are doing. Normally I'm pretty good. Last few weeks I'm just like backed up. The DVR just, you know, it goes unwatched, but that's a good thing. I wrestled last night for GTS, Titan tomorrow, you know, just staying busy. It's the best thing you could do. But I've logged so much hours watching wrestling over the years. It's a problem. People ask me if I've seen a movie or a TV show, and no.
I've seen wrestling.
I was watching Royal Rumble 92. I'm sorry, I missed that, you know.
Literally saw my brother last night. He's like, "What are you watching?" And I was like, "Wrestling." He's like, "Oh, I can't even talk to you." And I was like, "I don't watch it."
It makes us, yeah, it makes us all very unrelatable, you know.
It's true. It's true. Mark, before we let you get out of here, I got one very controversial question. You got to answer before tomorrow. Do you worship the devout? Are you a part of DCW? I guess we're calling it DCW.
You see, yeah, it's tough. You know, I'm still very much the new guy here at Titan. You know, less than a year now. Titan Championship Wrestling is the company that brought me in. The devout, you know, I haven't spent a ton of time around these guys, but they're taking over, and you know, whoever signs the check, that's where the Shark's going to wrestle. Hopefully, Zach Ruby and I get that winner's purse. If the devout needs a hot new tag team, I know a couple guys, you know, because the Gem Zach Ruby and the American Muscle Shark, we beat them all and we eat them all. And everyone, Titan, devout, both sides of the spectrum, they're all going to find out what everybody always knows. It's always Shark Week around here. 24/7, 365.
Love it. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark the Shark. Catch you tomorrow,
Thank
buddy.
you, guys. Appreciate you. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night, guys.
Take care. Ladies and gentlemen, check out Mark the Shark tomorrow. Well, we're doing the pre-show at 4 Eastern for TCW. Worship the Devout.
Meh.
Which Mark was
non-committal
on. We ask the tough questions.
Girl.
Doesn't mean
I would be like, whoever signed your mama's check, I get it. But also, boo the Devout.
But yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to that one. Good friend of the show, other friend of the show, Zach Ruby, the Gem. So that'll be a fun one. Whew. Nikki, we got some phone lines blowing up, even though I messed up the link earlier. So,
okay, get it together.
Oh, gosh.
So you shaved off all your brain cells.
I did. It's too confusing. All right. Well, I think customary, right? Gentlemen rules. We'll start with the lady. Kat.
Hey.
Hello, Nick Club fam. How are we?
Good. How are you?
Friday, Kat.
Good.
What are you thinking? What are you drinking?
I am drinking a passion iced tea from Starbucks.
Oh, nice. Love those.
And I'm thinking this is a great step for Hangman, and it is great for AEW. And if you want to know why, go check out my article on themidpodcast.com. I wrote a whole article on why it's good. And to Nikki's question earlier, Hangman has been in 5 Texas death matches with a record of 4-1, with his only loss coming to Swerve Strickland.
And is that the past 2 years or past 3 years?
Well, that's since he's been in AEW.
Okay. That still feels like a lot in a short time, though.
Well, I think that's like his signature match. Like the coffin match was Taker's signature match.
Yeah, but he's not the Undertaker. As much as I love him, he's not the Undertaker. I don't know.
He's the cowboy Undertaker. Sort of. But no, I do agree, Kat. Though I thought the promo was good. Was really good though. Dynamite between the two of them. I know Nikki wasn't as happy about the ending or however they alluded, but I thought again MJF is just phenomenal on the mic. But I thought Hangman held his own enough to make it really, really interesting.
Well, it wasn't your typical MJF promo, which actually made it pretty decent.
True. Yeah. But how much
he wasn't, going with the insults and the low hanging fruit insults that he normally does.
Mm-hmm.
And also, Aubrey getting knocked the fuck out was probably the highlight of Dynamite.
Will you say that again?
I said Aubrey Edwards getting knocked out was the highlight of Dynamite.
I think Nikki's. It's so funny that you say it because Nikki's like our whole.
I was like, our whole chat is going to rejoice.
She's like, everyone's talking about heel, Swerve turning heel, but meanwhile, everyone in our chat's loving how this match went down.
And I also think there's better contenders for the AEW World Title than Hangman. I think it's time he packs it up, takes his belt buckle, and heads home and retire.
Well, I don't
know. No, I had a feeling you would be a fan of the stipulation.
But the problem is, okay, so if Hangman loses, he can't ever challenge for the title again. So you kind of think Hangman's going to win. But Revolution is on MJF's birthday. Do you think they're going to lose, that MJF's going to lose on his birthday?
I didn't really think MJF's going to lose, period, because like it never.
Yeah, but no, I agree. I think he's not going to lose on his birthday. I think he's that type of heel that he's not going to lose because it's going to be more that I won on my birthday. That's a big thing. Like that'll be the next promo and the next Dynamite. Like, of course, I wasn't going to lose on my birthday.
And then if you remember when Swerve was heel and feuding with Hangman, he did say he would do everything in his power to keep him away from that AEW title. Could we see Swerve costing Hangman?
I could. I wouldn't put it past it.
Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah.
So those are my thoughts.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Very good, Kat. I like it. Well, always a pleasure, Kat.
Thank you for having me. Make sure you like and subscribe to the Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour because that's the only place you can be happy.
Absolutely. Thanks, Kat.
Thanks, Kat.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
I have the perfect regular video for her that's coming. I just need enough clips of it, but it's coming.
Is her shitting on Hangman?
No, well, no. But yes, I mean that's most of the clip. But if I went, but to be fair, I have some ideas.
Yeah, but Kat, it's coming. You are very much been a regular on the show. We love you.
Nikki, from another new regular, from one of our newest regulars to another new regular.
Making new friends.
Same regular.
Making new friends.
But if we had the pencil, our friends, they're friends of friends are friends, become friends, right?
And maybe we can
new
be friends.
Yeah.
We could be friends. A biggie here.
If we had the pencil. Sean!
What is up?
Hello, friend.
What is going on? Good to see y'all again.
See,
we all lost the fight with the groomer this week.
See, it's like we all did it in spirit for Wheeler Yuta.
No. This is the spring
That's what-
look.
I was like, that's like what the story you're going with. Okay.
Oh no, it's totally the spring. This is spring. Summer becomes a goatee, and then
Yeah.
football season starts, and then we go full beard.
Got
So
it.
it's all good. There's a process because by
Got
the time those winter games in Buffalo hit, it gets chilly tailgating, and I need all the extra protection I can get. So,
John, I might have to hit you up some point in time this fall. Jets Buffalo. I mean, the Jets a nice build practice on a Sunday afternoon.
tough. It's tough seats this year, brother, because the new stadium opens up.
Oh,
So yeah, and I'm telling you right now, you'll have to like come pretty heavy with my kids because Sean ain't giving up his seat. So we actually, as soon as they release the schedule, there will be a literal draft in the Green family for what games will you go to in the new stadium. And everybody, to keep it fair, we banned everybody from the home opener. So it's just like, we got random folks like my mom going to the home opener. But
Fever Pitch. Have you seen the movie Fever Pitch? With
Jimmy
that's a
Fallon
really
and Drew
long
Barrymore?
time.
but there's a scene in that movie. Don't ask me why I saw it, but I've seen it.
I hate that movie.
But there's a scene in that movie because he's a big Red Sox fan. But basically, there's a scene where he does like a whole like auction off like the tickets to certain games, and that's kind of what I'm envisioning right now. Steven,
Oh yeah.
knows what I'm talking about. He's a movie buff.
Well, the funniest part, and I know this is a wrestling show, so I'll get off this, but like, funniest part is my youngest is not always the most thrilled to go to Bills games. So she still gets games. So her siblings are going to have to bribe her to get her seats for extra games.
I'll
So
be
it's
like
going to be a blast.
$20, $50 a pop. You want this seat?
Yep.
She's smart.
I know.
All right.
Just the negotiations. Be an arbitrator. Just to tape it, just for the humor.
Yeah, hold out, kid. You can get more. And make
Exactly.
sure I get my cut.
Don't take the first offer.
But
Exactly. You're just sitting in the background playing this.
Here we go. Money talk.
But anyway, Sean, I digress. What are you drinking? What are you thinking, buddy?
well, I'm keeping it simple tonight, so I'm just drinking in Canada Dry ginger ale right now. Just relax. I'm packing. I got to travel, so I got to pay attention to what the hell I'm doing. So, but yeah. So, what am I thinking? First off, Nikki, I want to talk you off the ledge a little bit about Gunther being in that match because now Nick's kind of got the inside baseball on this because we were all texting in our little group chat, and he was kind of getting the real-time reactions. So, first off, Gunther's character has to try to qualify for Elimination Chamber because he is world championship caliber. Okay. He has to be in a chamber qualifying match. And honestly, it was brilliant putting him in that because at the start of that match, I think we all had it in the back of our heads. We went, well, Gunther's winning this, right? Like we all kind of, of course Gunther's going to be in the chamber. And then as we were going, I was like, I really don't want to see Gunther in the chamber just because I don't think his wrestling style is like really good for like a chamber match. Whereas Evans is like, the poster child for what you would like to see in the chamber. And I also like that they got a young guy in there. Like WWE right now is having a age problem for the top of the card. So like when all the older folk get in, you're like, well, when's the younger bucks gonna kind of try to get their little in there? That's why I got Trick Williams tonight. I think Trick Williams, first off, obviously Matt and I run our own podcast and whatnot. So Matt and I only focus on WWE main roster. So we don't watch NXT. We watch AAA for fun. So when we get call-ups like a Trick Williams, we get you when you hear us talk about it, that is our unvarnished. We have never seen them before ever.
That's what I like about
on those guys. And let me tell you, we whoop that Trick, man. we have been loving some Trick Williams, and the dude is mega over right now.
And
You're
I'm glad-
getting whooped that Trick on Raw, and he's not even on Raw.
Yep.
So it just, whew, chef's kiss right there, man. Like, it is brilliant.
You bring up Trick, and thank you for that, because I love doing this, because Trick Williams he's got a rocket tractor. I think of the people that have been called up, like him, Obafemi, like he's got the highest potential. He's definitely over. And maybe this match, I thought, I mean, you throw in Damian Priest, but I thought this match happened a little fast. But are we destined to see? Because to me, I think it's Trick Williams, Carmelo for the U.S. title, and he's the one who takes the belt off Carmelo. Like, I think we're like destined to see that feud.
I can get behind that, but I'm gonna give y'all Sean's pet peeve of the week, which I've had multiple text rants about this. Can we stop putting our mid-card champions in qualifier matches? Because it's devaluing those titles, right? Like, I'm an Attitude Era kid, so all my references are going to be that. So when Stone Cold, The Rock, and all those guys were fighting for the Intercontinental Championship, they weren't worried about World Championship stuff. No, because they were carrying that IC US title like it was the World Championship. And I think WWE's got to get back to that, because they're making a mess right now, because it just makes that title feel lesser than what it should be. It should be a big deal, and you shouldn't be trying to go for the world title. You know, no. Once you drop it, I forget who suggested it, and I thought it was brilliant. Or you surrender your belt for the opportunity to qualify. I was cool with that too. I thought that was kind of clever too. So
I think, to your point, there's some like Triple H, and he said that, Nikki, you've told me this before.
Oh gosh.
Stop.
Sorry.
But anyway, the She-Hulk. But anyway, he does believe in like a hierarchy to like you go to the mid card. He doesn't like push that many people right to the main event. Even Braun Breaker, look at Braun Breaker. Like I think we would all have said, like, when he first came up, like, all right, this guy's gonna be a main eventer, like he'll have the world title in a year, 2 years, and he still hasn't. Like Triple H, I don't know if it's maybe the Attitude Era mentality, like the old school mentality of like you pay your dues. He very much believes in like a hierarchy of paying your dues and in putting people in the mid, like, to do that. I love the idea. I don't know. Maybe it's just his way of thinking. That's just kind of how
it makes sense, because what we have a problem, I'll use Jade Cargill as an example. She doesn't have a viable threat right now. Like, yes, we know Tiffany Stratton's back, so that's going to be a thing. Side note, my other pet peeve this week is, can we keep Nia Jax the hell away from Tiffany Stratton, please? Like, I really don't want to ever see that ever again, ever. But neither here nor there. But my point is what they should be doing right now is using those mid-card titles, make them a big deal, and then you're also building those faces and heels that need to kind of come up there and really like accentuate that, because then it has meaning, right? And then you're building for when it is time to go to the championship. You're like, oh, you remember when they were fighting for the Intercontinental title? You remember when they were fighting for the US title? You know, and you can get that with Trick and Hayes. So, and then,
it's interesting because, like, I'm just going to kind of hold you to it for a quick second here, because as someone who hasn't, it's interesting because, like, again, your lens is so unique in a lot of ways that you've seen just main roster of Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes, and some of us watch like the NXT, right? Those of us who watch the NXT know the history of Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams. They have a big, extensive backstory. So I just think it's interesting, like, your perspective on it, because to me, there's two ways of viewing it, right? Like, you can continue storylines that have happened, but I've also very much kind of the mentality that you have just watching it fresh is exactly how I view watching WWE's Raw or SmackDown roster. If you're your main roster or your everything else, you're going to have to reset yourself and recondition yourself.
Yes.
I don't care how big Obafemi was, how many NXT titles, whoever's won, like Nakamura won, I think twice. Bobby Roode won the NXT title, I think two times. There's so many people that, and I love Bobby Roode, that came up that had so much hype on them. Bo Dallas was one of the longest reigning NXT champions ever. And he was just kind of shuffled through a lot of garbage. So it's interesting. Yeah. Like there's a point where there's a reset ultimately. And
it always is there because you have a different audience. Well, you have a lot of the same audience, but you have people that, yes, they know NXT is there, but like they've kind of worked where Raw and SmackDown are kind of in their agenda. I've been watching Raw for years, obviously, you know what I mean? But those have always been kind of in your schedule. You kind of plan around it. And I think when you get to we'll call it the common fan, you know, so to speak, they're only focused on main roster. So even though you get the greatest of the greatest, like call-ups, and they had all this great stuff in NXT, it adds to their resume, but we need to understand who they are. And I'll give you a good example right now. Julia, right? Talent out the ears. But like, we didn't know who she was, at least for Matt and I, because we only focus on main roster. So, you know, so we're kind of like, you know, the internet community is losing their minds. They're like, oh my God, they're fumbling her booking. And we're like, they got to kind of establish her. We got to see who she is. Mm-hmm. Some people are larger than life. Trick Williams is larger than life right now.
Mm-hmm.
He comes across that. And then, you know, so he gets the rocket ship strapped to him. And then like the, you know, most of the time I put this comment in the chat, like WWE normally, when you have call-ups, they have kind of the same formula for all of them. So you're going to get a little bit of sprinkle of them, right? You're going to see them in a little wonky qualifying match or like a little call-up match just to introduce you. Be like, hey, this person's out there, just so you know. Then you get a little more. Then they finally get called up, and then they're in some like lower level feud just while you get to know them and build up to them and get to know them. There's exceptions. Braun Breaker, exception. He kind of rocket shipped. You know, Trick Williams is going to be on a rocket ship. Evans, I think, is on a rocket ship. Though I will put a cautionary tale for Evans and Obafemi right now, at least from a character standpoint. We don't know who they really are, right? Yeah, I get it. Evans is bouncy, but, you know, as a curmudgeon, like about to be 50-year-old dude, what the F is bouncy, right? Like, I need some substance, right? So, you know, and I'm not knocking him because I love watching him wrestle. So, like, those guys all have, like, in-ring, but now we need the character because you got to have the character and the in-ring to be, like, really good. So,
no,
you know.
Okay.
Good stuff, Sean. Oh, you got anything else? You want to give you a last year?
Yep, I'm going to give you one more. Just one more to chew on for this. Matt and I are firm believers that Finn Balor, and we're getting beat up on in our comment section, just so you know. We're firm believers that Finn Balor should go over Punk at Elimination Chamber. The reason being, Finn Balor gets a short reign. Roman Reigns gets to poke fun at him for a couple of weeks. Like, dude, you lost to Finn Balor. Now I got to wrestle Finn Balor. Had I known that, you know, and all this, that, and the other. And then like a couple of weeks later, Punk manages to get the title back. And the reason I say that is because what have they all been talking about? You're going to ruin our main event. Let's ruin it. Like, honestly, let's ruin it. And then, you know, like I said, you give Roman cannon fodder, so he gets to make fun of Punk. Finn gets a little bit of love. The belt comes off of Finn. But at least then we don't have to go through this 6-week trudge of, we already know anything that Punk does, he wins. Right? Like, I hate that. I want to see the variable. Like I said, I like to light a match and watch the world burn. So there you go. I'm sure many of your folks will also be.
Roman's not showing up.
Yeah,
he shows up in March.
Okay.
It's something different, right? Like it would keep unpredictability alive for this WrestleMania season.
That's what you need right now because, like I said, you stop and think about it. Roman won the Rumble, came out the next night and was like, all right, I pick Punk. We get that great promo they had, and then we go, he's like, all right, and I'm spent. I need a month off. And he disappears. So, like, you know, you can't really keep the interest there, and Finn Balor's doing great stuff, but, like, does any of us right now sit there and go, oh, Finn's going over? Of course not. Punk Roman is the biggest thing. So why not swerve us? And then, like I said, Roman comes back after a month and points his finger at Punk and laughs at him. I think it would be great.
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it would definitely shake things up, but we'll see. We'll see what the chat thinks. Sean?
Sure.
Pleasure.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
We'll catch you soon.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, catch Sean if we had the pencil. Great stuff. They're going to be part of Podmania this year as we do WrestleMania week.
I know. We'll get to Mania when we get to Mania.
Yeah, we will get to it. I know. There's a lot to get to. Nikki, there's also a regular to get to. We haven't heard from him in a while. He started. You threw up a couple things. We threw up Javon Evans, Gunther. If we had thrown up Darby Allin, we would have had the hat trick.
I feel like it's like
we would have gotten
the bat signal.
Yeah, it was definitely like the bat signal. So we need to know what's in the head.
Yeah, Darby Allin sucks. What's up, guys?
What's up, Ed?
Hello, Fred.
Not much. Hello. How are you? How's it been? It's been a while.
I wouldn't be like, how are you been?
It's been a while, Aaron Lewis.
Right?
It's been a while.
Uncle Aaron, yeah.
So just random ADD side note. Reese has an intro for his show. Reese, it is 100% sounds like Aaron Lewis, like of Stained, did his intro to the Weekly Steel Chair. It's great. Isn't it?
Oh, I gotta check that out. That sounds fantastic.
It's like hit me with a steel chair like 3 times. Like it's great. But it sounds like Aaron Lewis doing it, which is fun.
But like, are we talking like current era Aaron Lewis? Or are we talking like
Prime,
it's been a
Prime,
while, like that? Yeah, like not the country Aaron Lewis.
Like break the cycle.
Gotcha. Yeah. Because I was gonna be like, we were talking. What was Mud Shovel on? It was the first one.
Was there something before Break the Cycle?
Yes.
I don't know.
Because they were real heavy before that.
Oh yeah, no, that was the you
No,
don't need the
Break the
poppy
Cycle.
stuff. I break out the
What a
poppy.
bug, man.
And then didn't they have like, wasn't it like 14 Shades of Grey?
Oh no, you're right. Okay, hold on. Now I'm just looking this up. Okay. Mud Shovel was technically on Dysfunction, but was also on Tormented, and Tormented was their self-released 1996 album, where Dysfunction was more or less a re-release after they got signed by Fred Durst. Yeah, I was gonna because like you were saying Break the Cycle, and I was thinking like 13 Ways to Bleed on Stage. I'm like, that's cold. That's the wrong band.
Get your bands together, sister.
Sounds like Jon Moxley. Damn.
Jon Moxley. What's going on with him?
His second memoir. Ooh.
Well,
he already wrote one. So let me his second. Yeah.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that he did.
Wrote it in blood. He penned it with his own blood.
Oh, it's absolutely one of those things. Like even listening to the audiobook, like you can hear him just gigging. It's ridiculous.
He should be sitting at a table with a huge quilt and like lay himself there.
Hey, Harry Potter kids, that's already a quill that you use your own blood as the ink.
I mean, not for nothing. That's pretty metal. I'm not mad at that.
No, Amanda knows. You can ask her about it. Harry Potter.
90% of these references make sense.
No, but you're mentioning you mentioned Darby Allin earlier. Is he injured again? Like what happened? I just saw like Gabe Kidd and one of the other like War Dogs guys just like throw him in the back of a car, and that's the last I saw.
No, he was on Dynamite.
Then he came back and then like took Gabe and like took him out of the match and like ran away with him. Like I don't care. Like,
Yeah,
Not great.
they're fighting, but Gabe Kid's kind of like in the Death Riders, kind of not anymore. But I don't know really anything that was said about it.
But what's going on with the Death Riders? I thought they were heels, and then I don't know. Jon Moxley was a big baby face for like 2 weeks, and now he's laughing at Yuta getting his head shaved. I don't. What's happening, guys?
Well, no, he was frowning. He
looked upset, but he
disappointingly.
made Yuta take the punishment. We said that earlier, that it was like, it seems like Mox seems facey, but everyone else around him is still a heel.
What are they doing?
Fox, Claudio, Garcia.
I forgot Garcia was a part of that group. It's one of those, like, I only have so much time to watch. So like, I'm really not watching too much. Like I was, at least before, watching clips of AEW. And now they've just started putting out those like 2-minute at most clips.
Oh, it's always 2 minutes. And it's
So I'm like, I guess I just won't consume this at all, which I guess is fine because I've said this before on the show. It's not too much for me anymore. So
It's crazy that the highlight videos, like as I go through it, when I do a lot of like stuff to try to figure out what are good spots, and I'm like, man, like there's like 3 different refs, and I'm like, how much longer did some of these matches that I don't watch? How much longer did this shit go on? And it goes on a long time.
yeah, I don't get it. And
not the editor, like whoever edits it, like they deserve a raise. Like those 20-minute, 30-minute matches,
you gotta make 2 minutes.
Yeah, like,
give me the best 2 minutes you got in succession.
pick up the 47 false finishes and get all those cuts into a 2-minute wrap.
The 45, the 45 spinning pile drivers, please.
Seriously.
Yeah, go. I'm honestly though, like, shout outs to them for studying real graps and then getting back to us. Like,
I will admit though, this week Nikki and I were talking about it. They did. I hate this because I don't want them to do it every week, but they did like a WWE-esque intro.
They started with a
Production
promo
wise,
instead of starting with the Death Riders.
Yeah, like they did like
instead of starting with the Death Riders, they started with a promo.
Yeah.
Are the Death Riders on like some kind of like 2002 TNA Jarrett like Reign of Terror? Are we talking like 2000, 2001 Triple H Reign of Terror?
Do you remember, like, what was it, year and a half ago, every single Dynamite opened with Orange Cassidy?
Did it?
Yeah, for a while. And now
I believe you.
Now every Dynamite opens with the Death Riders music. And I'm like,
is it at least like Pixie's Where's My Mind era Orange Cassidy?
no, I think we were dipping into Jane.
That's a bummer. Because at least the Pixie song is good, right? Like I'm not mad at starting your show with that.
No, but then it went from him, and then we pivoted to it's just Mox opens every show. And
He's doing the shoulder roll.
I'm just like, and again, I love Jon Moxley,
Same.
and I for the past like
I just don't give a shit. Not even a little bit.
Yeah,
Like he's awesome, and I just don't like. It's square peg round hole. They just want to make me not like him, and like, I get it. I guess he's supposed to be a bad guy, but then he's not, and he's got the Continental Crunch Wrap. He's got the best belt in the business. Like, what are we doing?
Well, he's about to lose it in next month.
Who's he up against?
Takeshita.
Oh, and I because I haven't been on in a little bit. I saw Ciampa popped up looking like the oldest man to ever live.
Yep. Rip Van Winkle.
Which was such a bummer. I mean, I'm glad he won the TNT belt and then lost it a week later. That's cool. Like,
yeah,
we
had a whole tirade last week about it.
And even today, like about like how Grand Slam, great ladder match with Kyle, Fletcher, and Briscoe.
I'm sure it was great.
Take out the Ciampa reign and you make the change right then and there. Phenomenal. You talk about some of the title scenes, like same thing with Thekla. You put that a week later, the last 2 weeks of AEW would have been off the charts. They could have stolen headlines from WWE and done so
it
much more.
seems like they forgot they were having a show in Australia, and they're like, "Oh shit, let's put a belt on our Australian dude." And so they hot-shotted it. It was like, "Oh, Ciampa's coming in. Let's put a belt on him." Oh shit, we're going to Australia. Put it back on him.
Yeah.
That's basically what it felt like.
Yeah,
I mean, like Sean was just saying before, right? Like, make these belts mean something. And it doesn't feel like any belt. I mean, we said this before. It doesn't feel like any belt means anything in AEW, and I don't get it.
Yeah. There's there's a lot. And we thought they were getting rid of belts, and they weren't. They weren't
No,
consolidating.
let's add more.
Yeah, no, we need more belts. Belts matter.
Well,
Yeah,
you know,
listen, go
I
ahead.
want because apparently this is a big thing. We talked about it when you came in. Reese sent it to me. Reese's intro for his show of Aaron Lewis. He wants to hear a live reaction, so I got it. And you're gonna hear Aaron Lewis hit me with a steel chair.
More job trade. There's more job trade.
If you see me walking down the street, staring at the blue sky and dragging my 2 feet.
I definitely get where you were saying it. It definitely sounds like a break the cycle era Aaron Lewis.
I said Daughtry.
It could be Daughtry too.
Maybe a little bit. A little bit.
Home to get my steel chair on.
He's got such a distinct voice.
If you use that for your show, Reese,
Or do. Yeah, listen, give Nick and Nikki a ton of the royalties here.
Seriously, it will go. Wait, didn't Joe Henry's theme went to #1 in the UK or something? Like it was. It
did.
Number 9.
Yeah, I'll take top 10. That'll get you some good royalties.
Yeah, I want to say it was like the #1 most streamed or like most downloaded song or something. Like it hit #1 on something. I like that Nikki and I both got jump scared. Like
you were afraid of what's about to happen.
Shane McMahon's gonna come out and do
It's funny you play that because like how our boy the muscle shark was saying he's been watching a lot of just Vault, the WWE Vault. I've been just watching a lot of retrospectives or wrestling bios, excuse me, reliving the war. So he'll take episodes from like Raw and Nitro, and then like not playing them back to back, but he just reviews both episodes on the same night, and weighs the pros and cons, and talks about who won that night. But he since has gone through like the entire thing, and is it's over now because he did just reviewed WrestleMania X7. But the last episode I had watched was the SmackDown after the last Nitro.
Okay.
So like Shane McMahon shows up with a WCW Nitro license plate, hops out, and then starts talking to the rest of the SmackDown roster. And was kind of teasing like, hey, maybe you guys would work really well in my new WCW. And seeing these scenes again, like I immediately was just grabbed and like thrown back to that feeling I had as a kid watching those scenes, being like, oh shit, are we getting like a real Shane McMahon led WCW? Like, are we gonna get like a real head-to-head thing here?
Nope.
Yeah, no, yeah, like just that feeling of wonderment was so good. Like
yeah, it was like, what's gonna happen? And then when you found out what happened, you're like, oh
yeah, in hindsight, it's terrible.
Well, okay.
When it was happening, it was terrible. I mean, honestly, like.
But hey, if I had an AOL Time Warner paycheck, I'm sitting home too. So
absolutely, no, you're gonna tell me you're gonna pay me $6 million to sit home and do nothing? I'm absolutely gonna go raid my fridge. You kidding me? I got a box of Oreos just calling my name right now. Like I'm about to go eat that now, and AOL Time Warner's not paying me.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah, not that tough a decision. Ed, what else thinking?
I've got no idea what the creative like where any of this is going. I kind of like Sean's idea of like maybe put the belt on Finn just for a little bit. But I kind of hate just giving him the belt for 2 or 3 weeks just for Roman to laugh at Punk, just for him to win it back.
Also agree.
But like Finn needs something to do, and him just losing again kind of feels like almost Bray Wyatt-y, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, you're back to talking a bunch of shit, like, but you're not backing it up again.
Yeah.
But what about Dom? I mean, he's got Dom that storyline
That's the whole point.
Do we need that?
I think it makes sense.
I mean, it does, but does it matter?
Well, you might as well do it now before it doesn't have any relevance.
I guess that's fair.
I don't know if it's a match though.
I mean, yeah. So do you do Finn versus Dom for the Intercontinental title? Like,
it takes the belt off. I think Dom needs to win at Mania. To be honest,
No, but Finn could be a transitional Intercontinental champion. You find another,
but that just feels weird. You know what I mean? Like, Finn beats Dom, and like, okay, cool. Like, Finn Balor should beat the brakes off of Dominic Mysterio, unless like the rest of Judgment Day just fucks him over, right? But even so, it feels a little weird. So do you have Finn lose at Mania because the Judgment Day turns on him? Here's a better question: has the Judgment Day run its course?
Yes.
We've said that 4,000 times already.
I like Dom having his own stable with. I said this on the show. Dom with McCare.
Dom with who?
Stephanie McCare.
Oh.
I mean,
see, that's how you know. That's how you know when it hits. When Ed makes that reaction, you know it's a decent.
I'm not mad at that. It's not something I thought of.
See,
but I don't know. I don't know if she needs to. I don't know if we need her as a bad guy, considering, like as Sean was saying before, these newer NXT call-ups are trying to find themselves and establish characters and things. Do we know who Stephanie McCare really is yet? Is her turning heel now and aligning herself with Dom and the rest of the Judgment Day?
No, just showing her how cunning she is.
Because the promo she cut in Spanish on Live on Raw, she was like, "I think it's pathetic you hide behind a man." So I think it'd be real weird if then she turns and then she's with Dom. Not saying like that's a Vince McMahon thing.
Wait. Are you saying a heel is a hypocrite? That's fucking crazy.
I've never seen a bad guy run away in my life.
Yeah, that never happens.
No, Nikki, I 100% understand what you're saying. I actually agree with you in this instance that like it's a real weird thing for her to get that passionate and then make the challenger cry like that, just to be like, fuck it, I'm with Dom now. Like,
yeah, like I still like okay, like I don't know. The transition from Rhea to Liv made so much sense. I don't think the transition from Liv to Vecchia makes sense.
Agreed. Also, agreed with Steven, because I just heard about the that interview segment and then didn't watch it till the next day when they had the subtitles, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Also, I like the fact that apparently Liv speaks Spanish.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I say that because she understood in that moment and she wasn't speaking English.
Or she's a good actress.
I get it. Could be like
just crying at the intent. You know what I mean? Like she was just that intense.
Or had Lua Kaiser, who speaks incredible Spanish with an incredible German accent. And I think that's why he's so over.
I fucking love him as El Grande Americano. Like,
why?
And I don't know if you guys have been watching AAA at all, but this guy is like the biggest babyface on the show. They fucking love him.
I think he's gonna go against Chad Gable at Mania, and he's gonna win.
I would love that, but like I would love that. I also kind of love they're doing like he's a good guy in AAA, but then he's supposed to be the heel in WWE. Sure. Like I like the dynamic because I haven't seen that since like Bret Hart in '97. But like, I feel like Ludwig should like his version of El Grande Americano should just be the babyface version of this. Him just shitting on AI, I'm all in for, right?
No, this to me, like I put it up like between this, like the Maxine Dupree, Natty Night Out feud, like those are WrestleMania worthy feuds that are probably more worthy than what are going to be world title matches.
That's fair. I mean, I hear what you're saying. I don't know. I don't know if I want. I mean, so Natty Maxine at Mania makes sense, but if we get Natty Maxine at Mania, then Maxine wins, and it completely derails this low key legend, like legit killer, real shooter Natty gimmick we've got going. So like, I kind of don't want it. A second.
Natty should have been in the chamber for me.
Agreed. I actually was surprised she lost.
I want Asuka. I love Asuka in it too, but like not at the the detriment of Natty.
Yeah, they could have just given that to Natty and then had Asuka could have she could have blamed Kyrie or something, or Kyrie could have tried to help her and screwed up, and then we get them splitting up. Because do we really need them as a team anymore?
I want that's my Mania match. I'm worried that they're again for a women's match has to be about a boy or a belt, and with Natty and Maxine and like Kyrie Asuka, that's not the trope.
Yeah,
the student turning on the teacher, the master senpai, like that is more interesting to me than you crying about a boy.
100%.
That's fair. Ed, we'll let you go. Right here from you. What is your last shot, sir?
I got two things for you, my friend. So the Masked Man, absolutely 100% Omos. I don't know why you guys don't see it.
Stuff.
Obviously,
I'm like the character from Peacemaker. I don't see sizes. Like Bird could be 2 inches or it could be 20 feet.
Bird blindness is the best joke in that entire show. Tim Meadows fucking kills me. Holy shit. Yeah, but bird blindness. How dare you, Nick? No, and guys, don't try to powerbomb Billy Kidman. You guys have watched enough WCW. Don't do it. Just don't do it. He's gonna hit you with that face buster. It's gonna happen every time.
Gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, Ed.
Yeah, Darby Allin sucks.
All right, Nikki.
Yes.
We got another regular ready. Been waiting patiently.
Our closer.
No, we got 2 more.
Oh my god, we'll be here all night. I'm gonna go upstairs and make another drink.
We're bringing a little bit more of Reese Lightning, a storm of the What's up, Reese?
Hello, friend.
Waiting patiently. Aye, just remember who clicked the link first. Love averages. Keep me last. I quite like it.
You know what?
You can be our closer. You can be our main event.
I quite like the idea of being a closer. I will be the Harvey Specter, the nightclub happy hour. I quite like it.
It has been decided.
There's a TV reference for you. I quite like it.
So, what do you think when you drink, babe?
Yeah, what do you think when you drink?
Again, you shit off your beard, you shit off your brain cells.
What do you think, Reese?
Nah, I'm just gonna put my hand right here just so I can't see it.
Give me 30 seconds. I gotta pop out of the chat, so I'm gonna leave you to.
I know. What did the 2 of us together? It's hard.
I can't hear you, Nicky, because he's gone. Nicky, I can't hear you.
Yep. There you go.
Did you mute me? I was trying to talk to Reese this whole time and you muted me?
You're technically muted the whole show because you've got this, because you said beside each other.
Yeah.
Oh, you son of a bitch. I was trying to have this heartfelt conversation with Reese.
I know. Unbelievable. Am I back now?
That's fine.
Are we good?
Mm-hmm.
Because we just need people to just hang in there. Because sometimes there's just bad connections.
Love isn't always on time. Oh, hold the line. Love isn't always on time. Oh,
That was funny.
So we have my layout, like sometimes mid-show just gets completely thrown off, and this was happens when you do live and so I popped out and I thought it would still keep going, but Nikki's on my microphone, so that's how she got muted, and I guess the whole show got muted. So fun little.
Not gonna lie, I was sitting there laughing, pissing myself. That was hilarious.
Listen, that's what live's all about.
Ain't that
We're doing it live.
So you kind of
and we're doing it without a beard.
I know. That's what happens.
I can't really say much in that department. Oh wait, I've got one.
Yeah, your hair grows back fast. It'll be here before you know it.
Reese, what do you drink? What are you thinking, buddy?
Right.
Your eyes got so big.
I know. I was like the connection again.
Are you gonna pop?
This.
Honestly, different week of wrestling. I'm still trying to figure out why a fucking box. Like I didn't realize Alcatraz was becoming useful.
Who said Danhausen in the chat? Was that?
To be fair, me and Ed, I've been saying Danhausen for a while because it makes sense, but I just don't understand the idea of using a box.
Why not?
Don't get it.
It's funny.
No.
It actually, honestly, I like it because of the fact that like, if it's not a big reveal, it better be something stupid. And I love the idea of like the comedic Danhausen. And if you know, like again, you know the Danhausen character, it's funny as hell. So like for him to kind of go that way, it actually makes a lot of freaking sense.
I suppose, but I feel like if you're going to present a character like him in such a way, because his character traditionally is funny, and I've advocated before that I actually think he makes more sense in WWE than he does AEW. And again, where a talent makes sense, a talent should go. I just think, for me, Danhausen's got to come out of a big top. He's a clown, so there's nothing better than having him do a circus entrance. Like, get him on a big giant bicycle and just have that ugly bugger come out, like big massive one wheel, small little wheel, and be like, here you go, here's Danhausen, here's your actual reveal.
But I get what you're getting at, but like I think the idea is that you still have like there's some allure of maybe when you debut him, he could be something greater, like a main event talent. Everyone has that potential. I'm not saying
I don't think Danhausen will ever
no,
be
but I'm just saying introducing them as the character, like I keep thinking about like the old school, and like Steven will know, like, but like Nosferatu, like that character, the vampire gimmick. Like I don't know that they're going to make him a serious character, but again, maybe there's something that turns him on, makes him takes him to a different level. As like,
I'd rather he not be turned on in front of that audience, but I know what you mean. I actually think the wiser call is just to have Danhausen be the 2026 version of Doink the Clown.
Yeah.
Just don't give him Dink. That's my only ask.
Like it should be he should come out and do something, or someone goes out from under the ring and sort of the AEW, like he comes out. It should be like a very sort of more macabre Doink.
Yeah, like Ed, like mixture of Doink the Clown and Edward Scissorhands, something like that, or Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
It's got to
like,
be
not a fucking box.
Yeah, I agree. It's got to be macabre. Jack in the Box bollocks for him. It doesn't make sense. I just think it's overkill. But again, I've said for the longest time that Danhausen should be in WWE anyway. Like they're more traditional for comedic characters. It's not the AEW scene. We've seen it before. The fan base doesn't agree to it. Like they don't really.
Steven's on it.
It's not really their thing. The AEW fan base doesn't. It's not that they're not accustomed to like that type of entertainment, but they don't. When you look at the AEW fan base in general, it's more about the enjoyment of just what they think is it's just a sport. So comedic characters don't work unless it's something comedic that's still within the compounds of the sport. And Danhausen's never once done that, so it doesn't really make sense. And that's why I think it's better that he just gets out of there. Because it's vice versa. Like if a talent is not the same in the other direction, you go there. Like it's just logical, really. So
That's fair.
Yeah, but I just think it's just funny. A freaking box.
It's a mystery. It's
I
everything's a
don't
mystery.
know when he was like, send it to SmackDown. Ugh. And Aldous would be like, send it to Raw.
Yeah, that.
For like one more week. But we'll see. What else you got, Reese?
Perfect heel turn. Fine. I put it in first comment in the chat actually. For me, it's not a heel turn I actually asked for as well, but it was a good heel turn change. It was something different. I agree when you comment was made earlier on about like in terms of elite level heels, there aren't many there. I was advocating for Kenny Omega to turn heel, so he wins the world championship as a heel.
Yeah, the cleaner was good, or whatever, belt collector.
But I'm actually, yeah, exactly. But I'm actually happy with Swerve turning heel because I actually think it's very interesting to go down that route as well. When you look at, you can explore more of his media side, like his music. Like his music is very like, obviously in terms of like hip hop, gangster rap, and you could actually make it more aggressive in that way. So, I feel like there's a good avenue that you can use, like, because traditionally it's more that type of scene. It's more heavy. It's more like fast, upbeat, and now Swerve could really try and make it. You can make it tailor made to being aggressive and a heel. So I actually quite like this. This is our avenues I've been thinking. Nobody else is really talking about it, but actually, like, this is something you can do. You can fit his real life into this, but I don't think it was a necessary heel turn. You know what I mean? Like if we've been asking for, or should I say, demanding, like that's in the like that image there of the vertebraker, absolutely brilliant, and Danielson as well selling it as a commentator.
He was crying.
Yeah, and shout out to Prince Nana as well, because even in this moment he's not got a bloody clue. But when he turns heel with Swerve Strickland, oh god, we're in for a treat.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. But like, what was saying there about Swerve is like, no one was really asking for a Swerve heel turn, but nobody would object. But we're more like, we need more people. There's other people in different areas that should be turning heel. So like, we're demanding a Cody Rhodes heel turn because he's boring as hell anyway. People are demanding for a Jey Uso heel turn. Quite frankly, I'm just demanding for Jey Uso to be put in prison. But there are definitely other people ahead of Swerve Strickland that needed a heel turn. But if they pull this off, we're looking at Wrestler of the Year already.
I think so. Yeah.
If this goes, obviously this is February, obviously don't get ahead of yourselves, but like, including myself, but like, this is February. If they do pull this off right, we could be looking at the 2026 Wrestler of the Year. Because of the way it started, and I'm hoping that we see more of this. I don't know what the intention is. I think it makes it a little more complicated because MJF will never turn babyface again. So Swerve isn't straight away a world title contender.
There's gotta be something in between.
Yeah, you have to have a face champion for him to challenge.
That's what I'm thinking. Unless he wins it as part of a multi-person match. I don't know.
Does he flirt with Brody King for a little bit?
MJF?
No, Strickland. Because Brody's promo was like, I want to come out, I want to be in the top contenders. I'm kind of throwing out a challenge. And could
I think in a way that's not a bad idea. I actually like this. I think it reminds me of another storyline of somebody who took on all challengers before they eventually got to the world title, but then they failed, and that was Kurt Angle. 2010 Kurt Angle, it was I win or I retire. Well, we didn't really, but I'm alright with that. But Brody could do the same thing.
Yeah, like he said, like give me the biggest, the baddest, and like right now you have
And if I lose, I'll risk it all.
Yeah.
Is what I've said about Mercedes Moné when she eventually returns from her stem cell surgery. Is
Right.
she is going to risk it all. I genuinely think Mercedes Moné's next AEW World Title match, when she gets that title, it's
Mhm.
going to be career versus title. And I genuinely think that'll be make or break when she eventually wins it. I think Brody should realistically do the same, even though he's too young to retire. But he should do a make or break situation. And
Mhm.
I'm not going to say overkill, but I would do the exact same stipulation that Hangman's doing. I actually would do it. Risk it all. He wins it all. If he loses, he doesn't get another opportunity. I think it's good for the refreshment of the title scene, because we've been saying for a long time the title scene needs to be fresh. And taking Hangman out and keeping Brody in is a good thing. Who else is going to come in? We don't know. I think potentially after Revolution, you're going to not see Takeshita in that one until after All In. Because I think Moxley's beating Takeshita.
Fresh is good, but here's the thing I'll say about this: is fresh is good, but also there has to be relevance. You can't just throw people in it just to be in it.
Yeah,
and
of course.
There's a lot of that. There has to be some sort of buildup of why people are there, not just, oh yeah, you won like 2 eliminators and tossed somebody off and did something to get there. Like, I just feel like there's never enough buildup to a lot of the people that are in the title scenes. Ever.
I'd flush 2 out. I'd flush 2 out and draft 2 in. Like, I would, like, for me, like, I'm flushing Hangman out the world title scene after Revolution. I actually think I think him losing is actually the right thing for him, because you can do a heel run with him that will go longer this time than him being self-deluding, having to use an angel wing to redeem himself. Like, have him turn heel when he can go, like, batshit crazy. Like, I fucked up. I made a huge mistake, and he somehow cons himself into a world title scene by simply just going, I'm not doing this. I want to be champion. He can still force his way in. So I would flush him out for a while. I would. So you look at that main event scene. So I'm definitely flushing out Hangman. And to be honest, I think, unless you flush out one. No, actually, no. I'll just flush out Hangman. But then I'm keeping Brody in. And then I would reward him. I would put, for a little while, I would put Mark Briscoe in that division for a bit. I think he's actually earned it as well. In terms of reliability, he's worked hard. He's never really done anything wrong. In terms of like he's been when he's been asked to fulfill a role, I would give him a title shot, even if it's like double or nothing, like, or just after that. I don't know, but like, I think when you look at it in a nutshell, like if talent are being asked to do certain things, you've got to reward them. You can't just not reward someone for not working hard. So
yeah,
I would flush out Hangman, and I would keep Brody in, and I would give Briscoe, say, 2-3 months in the world title scene where we know he's not going to win it. That's not a bad thing, but at least it's revisiting a good feud for MJF. But he's revisiting it as a world title feud where it really should have happened the first time. So I would like that, and then you get to the likes of Will Ospreay when he returns, like might get Jay White when he eventually returns. Like, you could add Kyle Fletcher in as a shot, although I think Fletcher will be in that scene next year. I still advocate that he should not be in the world title scene for 2025. I think he needs another full year, in my opinion. I think there's other talent that not necessarily deserve it more than him, but I just like what he's doing at the minute, and I don't want to rush him.
Yeah,
that's fair. Yeah, protect him.
That's yeah.
Last shot before we let you go.
Oh, I'll do it in a 2-parter. All right, so the first part is Impact's ratings are going up, but I'm still very sus about the product. Yeah, still sus. And also like, share, and subscribe to this place, because Catherine was saying under duress. I'm saying it because I'm not. This is a good place for happiness. And then the last thing is for everybody. So clean shave. Obviously, yeah, he's part of my he's part of obviously my game promotion that I'm doing, but obviously you're getting a rebrand because you shaved your face. Like that's it.
Oh, no, it's coming back.
No.
So I just wanted to bring that.
You're whatever. It'll be outdated.
You'll be part of the live show when I'm creating all the new characters for the new game in March.
Beard forever.
So you'll get a live.
Beard forever.
You have to do two versions: beard with beard.
Well, you are getting when I get the game in March, because I'm not spending well over £100, or in your case over $100+ dollars. I'm just going to get the standard edition, but I will do a full stream creating people's characters. Yours will be one of the first characters made.
Two versions, one with beard.
No, beard only.
No, you're just getting a beard.
I will be the masked man without the beard.
Beard only.
I'm not. I wouldn't go that far. And then last thing, this is the last thing. Before I need to rest this. Last thing is the week of June 22nd. I'm doing it's in June, like I said. That is full watch along week, like classic pay-per-views, classic shows, everything. And I'm gonna do a watch along on the day of that. I was gonna say scumbag show, but I don't want to get called out. That Saudi show on the 27th, and I will be doing a classic pay-per-view. You're both invited if you're up for it.
Nice.
Be there.
Yeah, let me know.
Because I'm a fuck watching a Saudi show.
Yeah, let us know what the PLE is.
Yeah, we'll be there.
I'm gonna say it's in June. So think about what great pay-per-views used to be in June.
Oh, so many.
I'm sure you'll figure out.
But we'll see. Ladies and gentlemen, Reese.
Yeah, bye, people.
Love me, babe.
Fletcher, as always. What a great call.
He's a real ring-a-ding-dong dandy. Thanks, guys.
All right, Nikki.
Yep.
You ready? We got one more. Last call. We're wrapping it up because we are way over time.
So where did this day go?
Because we're having fun. Time flies when you're having fun with friends.
Say his name and he appears.
I believe it's Steven. Yeah.
Good evening, everybody. Yes, rest in peace to Tom Hagen, attorney at law for the Corleone family.
Yes, Robert Duvall.
And the true genius of that organization.
Preach.
Hey, before I begin, Ed, if you're still listening, there are plenty of people who I know will pay good money to watch you eat Oreos. I mean, there's probably going to be other factors involved, but you'll get paid to eat Oreos. Just something to keep in mind if you decide to seek it out.
I'm gonna, after we get off, I'm immediately text his wife.
Getting paid to eat
and we're like, people want to pay money to watch your husband eat Oreos.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't create the market, but you read things.
It's just Oreos.
Oh.
He gets it. Steve gets it. Anyway, Steven, what are you thinking when you drink?
What are we thinking today? Okay, Clash in Italy. I am predicting right now it will be cheaper for a family of 4 to go to Clash in Italy. Yes, that one there. Than it will be for them to go to WrestleMania.
Probably.
Yeah, because I spent a little time figuring this out. You get 4 of the cheap seats for one night at Mania. Let's say you're an average family, mother, father, 2.2 kids, and you're from here.
What is the point?
I don't know what the point to. Maybe one of the kids is a little extra chunky. Who knows?
Is that Steiner man?
3 and a third chance minus my 25% chance, and you got an 8 and a third chance of winning at sacrifice. But then you take my 75% chance of winning, if we used to go one-on-one, and then add 66 and 2/3%, I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning at sacrifice.
Thank you, Professor Steiner.
Yeah, whatever your chances are of getting a ticket,
yeah,
it's better in Italy than it is in the United States.
Yeah, not just but I mean, let's say you get 4 of the cheap seat tickets for you and your wife, the 2.2 kids, and the kind of seats where if it was an open air stadium, you'd have a better view of the planets lining up than you would of the action in the ring. I think the cheap seats with the service fees, if you can find 4 together, works out to about $275 for one of the nights, and they don't discern to whether you're an adult or a kid. So that's $1,100 right there. Now you got to fly all their asses out there, and if you take the cheapest shit airline that there is that leaves out of here, also known as Spirit.
I don't know if they go.
They're not gonna call me to do any commercials anytime soon, so fuck them. That's another. And I've been on Spirit once, well, twice. I had to come home too, so that's enough. So that's another fucking $1,100 right there. So right now you're already down $2,200. Okay, now you got to get a hotel. Okay, a hotel on the north end of the Strip. For that weekend, let's say you're going to be out there 3 nights. You're only going to be there for one of the nights of Mania, but let's say you're going to stay in town 3 nights to justify a friggin' almost cross-country trip. Okay, Circus, which I can tell you is one of the biggest shit hotels on the Strip. I've stayed there every time. We stayed there for I think 6 nights, and every night but one we came back, there were various numbers of crickets in various stages of dead or alive in our room. And when we finally said something about it, they didn't send up an exterminator or housekeeping. They sent up hotel security. Okay, Circus. Okay, if you want to take that for you, that's fine. That's $367. I looked this up, plus the resort fees, quote unquote, wink wink. So you can practically double that. Now, if you want to be closer to the action, stay at the Oyo Hotel, which is an even bigger shithole from what I understand, but I can't speak from experience because I've never stayed there, only to say it used to be known as the Hooters Hotel and Casino before it lost their Hooters branding. You all right, Nick?
I'm letting you go because I'm going to make this an advertisement for MasterCard when you're done. And you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So that's
so for those of you that are out there that don't know, MasterCard used to have a commercial. It would be like $300 flight, $200 dinner, $100 suitcase. Spending time with your loved one, priceless. And Steven just basically did the anti-MasterCard commercial.
Yeah. So that's $800 just to stay in the fucking shitty Oyo Hotel. Now you're going to want to have transportation there, so you're probably going to have to rent a car for 3 nights, and that's another $300 at least if you get one of those little meat cars that, you have to take the wind-up key out of the trunk to use it at all. Okay, so where are we now? That's $3,300 already. All right. Now, you're going to want to eat while you're there because you can't starve children. Fortunately, there's an In-N-Out Burger Center Strip because the kids aren't going to want to go to a nice sit-down place. Fortunately, the In-N-Out, from what I understand, I've never been to any In-N-Out actually. They're reasonably cheap, plus breakfast. And don't dare make the mistake of taking young, well, I'm assuming the kids are like 11 and 8 because in my head, that's the story I made up. Don't dare
You've expensively thought this through.
Why is the story quiet? Steven, go on. 11 and 8.
So you get them you get them 3 breakfasts, 1 per night. You get them 3 dinners at In-N-Out, 1 per night. So that's another, who knows, $100 right there. Because God knows you're not going to have any patience trying to bring them to one of the Ramsey restaurants. And then you get them to the fucking show, And, you know, you think these kids are going to, you know, you're going to have to buy them something. You're going to have to buy them an overpriced t-shirt and a souvenir each. Otherwise, they're not going to shut the fuck up and let you enjoy the show, you know, for the 4.5 hours if you don't do it. So you're going to have to do that. You know, and dad's probably going to want a beer or 5. And, you know, mom's going to want to, you know, a couple of those mini boxes of wine that they probably sell at some of these better stadiums nowadays. I've never been to that one. So, you know, that's $500 you're running just at the stadium buying crap. And then what are you going to do the other 2 nights? You can't have a viewing party within 50 miles of the place. So, you know, you're going to have to entertain them somehow by taking them to like a family-friendly show, which there are plenty of. I know, Vegas. There's a couple I could recommend that are actually pretty good and appropriate for children of that age. Some nice magic shows. Like, for real, there's no punchline there. And that's going to be a couple of $100. So, you know, really, it would be easier to pay for this by just, you know, leaving there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And still, I say, with all this adding up, which I probably have figured out had gotten to about, you know, $5,000 before you even tip the housekeeping and the valets on the way out the door. You know, just, you know, here, take the young one. And you know, it's still probably going to be cheaper to friggin' go to Italy.
No.
And I don't know how much it costs to go to Italy. I've never been there, but I know Vegas pretty well. So, you know, that's the way I look at it. That is math.
So, long story short, Steve said, go to Clash in Italy over WrestleMania.
MasterCard. What's in your wallet? Nothing.
Not anymore.
Moss.
You're right, baby.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money.
There goes the money. I saw a comedian. This is actually appropriate for here, but the guy I saw do this actually did it for to signify a trip to Disney World. It was a little statue he made it was a little Mickey Mouse figurine with a siphon coming out of his mouth, and the other end is attached to a wallet, and there's money in the wallet in the siphon. So, you know, and then WWE wonders, hey, why aren't ticket sales going as fast as we would prefer? You know, maybe it's the creative. No, it's not creative.
No one can afford anything.
Fair
enough. Steve, what else you got?
I saw a blue sky while I was doing that, but I'm back now.
And Reese wants to know if you either drank 6 cups of coffee or 3 blue cheese. He's obsessed with blue cheese. Reese,
no, I'll say, and you guys know what I mean by this. I'll say that before the show, I made a stop at my Coke dealer, aka the Stop and Shop.
Got it.
Yeah. Yes, I have a nice 20-ounce bottle right here. All right. Second thing, if I may be completely serious for a moment.
Really, start.
Yeah. In all seriousness, though, R.I.P. to Kerwin Silfies, you know, longtime WWE director and responsible for starting WWE. Well, not solely responsible, but primarily responsible for starting WWE on its visual journey as it relates to television that got us to the point we are, that we're at right now with it. I mean, he directed Raws. He directed the first Saturday Night's Main Event. I think he was one of the directors of the Saudi Arabia cards. Mostly known for the famous the character vignettes back in the day. You know, most prominently the Mr. Perfect vignettes that introduced him.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought Dynamite did a nice little tribute to him. You could tell that Bryan Danielson was actually, you know, pretty overcome when they were doing that segment. I thought that was very nice that they were allowed to do that. I thought under the circumstances, like, I don't think anybody would have minded if they had mentioned WWE in this context only. because the guy, Mr. Sylphies had just such an influence and such an impact on everybody that he worked with for all those years. I think he was there like 35 years. He was from 1985 to he was one of the COVID layoffs. And from all accounts, he was actually a very nice and warm and paid guy, and kind and caring. And I think if nothing else, that's the kind of impact you want to leave.
100%. No, great point. Yeah, like the positive, like there's so much. How many times do we hear like the negativity, like after someone gets out, like, and we're talking about separating the artist from the work, like, and this is one good person that did good work. Like, yes,
he did good work, and he was a good human being, and that's a combo I wish we would see more of, and may his influence, both professionally and personally, reach further after his passing, both in the wrestling world and out of it.
Agreed.
Plus, also the influence for the name Kerwin White.
Previously, yeah.
Not his fault, but still. To bring up one of the oldies but goodies.
Fair enough. Steve, you got one more or a last shot?
I got one more. I make this the last shot. To piggyback off of what Reese was starting to say about TNA. Yeah, the ratings are slowly but steadily going up, like inch by inch, meaning, what they're doing, people seem to be liking. And hopefully the people at TNA do not read that as, well, we don't need to change what we're doing. We don't need to seek improvement because people are digging what we're doing and the word of mouth is catching on. Now, you should always seek to do better. Sometimes stuff's going to work, sometimes stuff is not, but at least you're trying it. And I find the trend encouraging. I understand that they have a bigger platform now, but good for them. The segments I've seen, because I still don't have the channel to be able to watch live, but I catch the segments on YouTube. They're doing a decent job, and they continue to get better. My prediction is that they will, by Labor Day, catch and pass Collision.
I don't think it's a...
Yeah, that's not a high mark, but yeah, it probably will. I mean, it's different times of the week, but yeah, it's interesting. We shall see by Labor Day. Steven, bold prediction of the night. Pleasure as always, Steven.
Yeah.
Chachos, take out those layaway plans right now for your Vegas trip.
Another great call. You know what tonight's been, Nikki?
It's banger after banger after banger.
Just banger after banger. Regulars. We got new folks. People coming in, becoming regulars. Kat, Sean. Fun times. Anything else?
I was going to say one thing. Again, if I can be Steven and be serious for a moment. We were talking about Curran passing away, Robert Duvall passing away, Eric Dane, Reese threw up in the chat. And why I've been weird all week. My aunt actually passed away on Monday. We were at her service yesterday. Nick and I, she's always so excited about everything and had such a positive energy. And she's always like, what's new? What's happening? And we told her, like, we started this like weird podcast thing. She's like, I don't know what that is, but that's neat. She's like, I love that for you. And she was just like a positive pickle. And I miss her so much. And I'm sorry that I've been off this week. But Erica, Jade, Aunt Rick, we love you. This is for you, baby.
It's been
a weird one, but this is also what I needed. Like, I really want to be here and with our new friend Sean, and obviously Kat coming on, and Reese, we fucking love you, and Steve, we love you, and Ed, girl, you know, I love you. If you know, you know, and Ed, I fucking love you so much, and your beautiful bride so much. But hey,
that's why we do it, right? Like, to be with everyone, the things you love with the ones you love. You're all part of this community. We love hanging out with you, and
I needed this. I love you guys.
Chatting wrestling, arguing wrestling, but we all love wrestling. We all just love things, and that's what it's here for, right? To entertain us, to keep us away from everything else in life that takes away. And that's what we want to do, and just have a good time. So, and thank you all for joining us this week. Another fun one. We are back here again
tomorrow. I don't have a box of rice-a-roni, but I'll be dancing with it tomorrow. And Boo the Devout, off the Muscle Shark Marks.
Yeah. Thanks to Muscle Shark Mark for coming on.
And good the Teenies, Fran, we're fucking rooting for you. And get another sweet little pickle baby.
Yeah, make sure you catch the show tomorrow. Write in who you think's going to win. We're going to do predictions on the show. Some trivia. I got to throw that together. Controversial, as always.
I got rice.
Depending, no, but maybe I'll do price right now. We'll see. Almost there, but it'll be a fun one. Make sure you join us then. But we'll let Triple H take us out.
Thought we had a spectacular event tonight. Very excited that so far everybody seems to have come out unscathed. You know, banged up, bumps and bruises, but nobody seriously injured, which I always hold my breath on these events. You want to see people have the best outing that they can possibly have and make memories, but do it safely. And we were able to do that tonight.
Yeah, Nikki, we were able to do that tonight. Another night without incident. Little hearts from Ed. Fun one, Tiduros. Wake him alive. Like a skillet. Yeah, I knew you'd like skillet. Little shocker there. But until next time, it's been fun. We'll see you tomorrow at 4 Eastern. Till then, you don't have to go home.
But you can't stay here.